is a historic human accomplishment this week. Yes, right? Let's focus on what humans can do when we believe. Are you two, and I guess our audience, are you aware of Britney Spears?
Yeah, I've heard of her and her great music. Toxic is very good.
Toxic is very good. She makes the good music, but you know what? She also has broken a record. She posted on Instagram that she ran the 100-meter dash in 5.97 seconds, beating Usain Bolt apparently by 4 seconds.
Well, here's the one thing about that. There's nobody in her way. So that's not exactly a good...
Usain Bolt has to bob and weave around the whole...
Right.
It's funny. I was excited that you brought up Britney Spears because it is Britney bitch, and she is here to sort of rearrange our society in a more idealistic way. She did post something about how we need wealth redistribution right now. And that's odd. That's pretty cool coming from Britney Spears and her big snake that she is going to use to destroy capitalism.
Well, so and at this point, she is the fastest human being in recorded history, right?
She's so fast. Big snake.
She could be a modern day Robin Hood, stealing money and then running. Just be like a modern day, like if you cross the Flash with Robin Hood, she runs up to, I don't know, is one of the Koch brothers still alive? I think he is. She takes his money bags away, and then she's gone.
She's gone. Nice try.
Right?
Good job trying to catch her. It's not going to happen. She has mechanoid legs. I did not think, if you were to ask me which celeb was going to be Furiosa in this whole picadillo, I wouldn't have guessed Britney, but
nope.
But of course it is Britney.
Of course it's Britney.
Yeah, she is unstoppable. Unstoppable. Nothing has ever stopped her.
Well, stalled. Maybe stalled.
She had a hiccup. She got a hiccup in her giddy up.
Don't we all?
But look at her now, the fastest human being alive, redistributing wealth with the help of her intelligent cybernetic snake. Unstoppable. I can't wait to see what record she breaks next. Maybe it'll be like hot dog eating, or perhaps world's longest nap, or because after you run, you assume
gotta lay down for a bit.
Yeah, you gotta take a nap. Because if I ran the 100 meters in under 6 seconds, I would sleep for probably 4 years.
Can I read the post that Britney put up on Instagram, just a little portion of it? It was
absolutely.
It is a quote from Mimi Zhu. This whole big block of text. At one point, it says, technologies like virtual communication, streaming, and broadcasting are part of our community collaboration. We will learn to kiss and hold each other through the waves of the web.
Whoa.
That's fucking great. We will feed each other, redistribute wealth, strike. We will understand our own importance from the places we must stay. Communion moves beyond walls. We can still be together.
Damn.
If you seek Amy, I do. And here she is. And she's going to fucking put it all back together once it all gets broken down. And it's going to get broken down a little bit. And Christina, we're waiting. Mandy Moore, we are waiting.
Mandy Moore has always stayed out of it. That's the thing about Mandy Moore. You know, she's been in the game forever, but keeping it low key. And I'm like, hey, Mandy Moore, it's time to take a stand on something. What do you believe in, Mandy Moore? Jessica Simpson has taken a lot of stands over there. Too many, some might say.
Yep.
But she has been willing to die on so many hills. Right?
Samantha Mumba, where are you?
Right?
Thank you. Here is a story for you. Britney Spears' boyfriend reveals she broke her foot while dancing. But this is from February 2020. Wait, what?
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Wait.
Britney broke her foot a month ago, and now she has just broken the world's record. What an inspiration.
She's the Flash and Wolverine.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad we have a beacon to look to. I wish we could rename 2020, because Fill Your Life with Laughter and Love seems like a genuinely irresponsible motto at this point. If it could just be
Look to Britney Spears.
2020, look at Britney. 2020, look to Britney. What's that in the sky? That shimmering light. There's a new North Star. It is Britney.
What's that up in the sky? It's a snake. It's a flight attendant. No, it's Britney Spears, bitch. Did I say that right?
It's there was like a nanosecond too long pause, actually.
Oh, damn.
I don't think you can say it's Britney Spears, bitch, because it's just you lose the alliteration.
I don't think you can say that word at all, actually.
Oh, man.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I say like snitch? It's Britney.
It's Britney Spears. She has the snitch. She's so fast.
She got it.
Wait, I'm seeing this right. Britney doesn't have a broom. She's just kicking it and running so fast that she took off like Mario. Oh my God.
Wow.
Fucking
It's
love
Britney snitch.
Spears. I wish this show. Do you think we've missed a trick by not making the show more about Britney Spears over the years?
I'm
'Cause
realizing
I find her
it, yeah.
genuinely inspirational.
Yeah, we could have been tracking this whole thing because she says she started her first try at the 100 meters in her pose was 9, which was Usain Bolt. So she did that and was like, "Well, I'm as fast as Usain Bolt, but that's not enough."
That's not enough. I want to lap this dude.
What's I was looking at a story now that you brought this to my attention. I did a quick Google, and they were saying how on her Twitter when she posted this revelation, several of her followers just posted comment like, "Huh, impressive time," or "Great time, Brittany," or "Impressive time." So nobody fucking knows anything, huh? This is a good reminder that fucking nobody knows anything about what they're fucking talking about.
Right.
Right? Because like. Yeah, so you do know that it's a good time.
Yeah.
You don't know that she just broke Usain Bolt's world record.
Well, they could infer that it's a good time by the fact that she posted it because it was
Right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's few. It's a few number of
It's
seconds.
not a big number of seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't like I did my first 100-meter dash and it's like a minute and 45 seconds. But even
I
that,
have no idea how long 100 meters is.
Yeah, right. Frankly, if I saw that without context, I might be like, "Oh, cool, good job." But then again, if somebody posted like I did a mile in 2.5 minutes, I'm like, "Oh, great time."
A football field is 100 yards.
Yeah,
And I think a meter's
Right.
bigger than a yard.
A yard's a meter.
A yard is a meter?
A yard's a yard to a meter conversion is it's about a meter.
So that's
About a
she ran
meter.
a whole football field in, sorry, Travis, 4 seconds?
well, 5.97 seconds. So just a hair under. 6 seconds.
That's quite good.
Well, she's been training for it. She this doesn't. Hey, it doesn't come easy, Griffin. She
Thank
didn't
you.
roll out of bed and do this. You know what I mean? Like
People forget this.
they think of her as like a performer. For this is like what I think it was recently discovered that like Rod Stewart has been building model trains while he has like been on tour. This is like that. It's like she doesn't want to be known as Britney the performer anymore. That is her side hustle. Her main hustle has been becoming the fastest human being in recorded history.
Right. How about we do
I would like to see Britney Spears race against one of Rod Stewart's trains for ultimate dominance.
Oh my God, but a big one. Do you think he's got a big, like a real life-size train he gets to ride around in and only Rod gets to ride around in?
This is my 1-for-1 model train.
We for sure talked about Rod's trains, so let's...
It was a touchstone, but like I'm wondering how Rod is sort of processing, because Rod, I'm sure, like everybody else, including some of your favorite podcasters, had some pretty profitable shows canceled by this unpleasantness, and that's very bad for Rod Stewart. Does free him up to work on the trains pretty good though. So I'm wondering sort of where he's at on this whole thing. Obviously, I'm sure Rod Stewart, not a known psychopath, sees it as a net negative.
Yeah.
There's no question about this point.
After the shows were canceled, he did have to start using the trains to transport actual cargo to kind of make up some of the money, the differences. He spent a lot of it on glue, Justin. A lot of that money went to glue.
Before we hop into the news, news.
Jesus,
on our news
God,
program.
no. God, Jesus, and God in
Jesus,
heaven,
no.
and Buddha, and all
Anything
them.
with that.
Please, no.
Before we hop into like questions and stuff, did want to give everybody a little bit of good news. Jimmy Buffett also had some shows canceled, but he is not stopping. He's doing a virtual tour, the Cabin Fever, a virtual license to chill, the Spring 2020 tour. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, he's going to be streaming out a bunch of live shows for everybody to enjoy at 8 p.m. Eastern with an encore at 8 p.m. Pacific. You can see this at Margaritaville TV. We're not being paid by Jimmy to say that. I just want to give everybody a heads up. If you want to take a chill little break, Saturdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m., you got a license to chill right there. Now heads up.
Do not call Justin at 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And
my stories are on.
Yes.
My coworkers and I occasionally order in food for lunch. The other day, I gave a woman $10 for lunch, but she accidentally had it delivered to her house instead of our office.
Let me be clear here. These are also from the before time.
Right, yes.
Oh, okay. When are we going to start getting questions from the after times, Travis?
Well, we had a lot saved up, Justin, because we went on the Joko and we had recorded a bunch of episodes, and I'm not going to burn good questions just because they're from a long begotten time.
These are shelf-stable questions, Justin.
Yeah.
How are we to advise? Are we to advise them in the context of the now? To advise them in the context of the future? I haven't forgotten what life
was like. It's not gone from my memory, Justin. I could dream. A man can dream.
No. I'm like the gorillas in Instinct. I think freedom is just something I dreamed. Fucking love that flick. Anthony Hopkins phoning it in. Love it. Good flick. Good flick. So we ordered food for lunch. The other day, I gave a woman $10 for lunch, but she accidentally had it delivered to her house instead of our office. She gave back the money, and I thought we were square and that she would just eat it for dinner. On Monday, she brought my food in for me 4 days after it was delivered. I feel bad that she's out $10, but I'm not going to eat it. Should I pay her for this old food, or are we good? That's from Alex in Minneapolis. P.S. It was a Middle Eastern salad with chicken and hummus. Okay.
That ain't gonna hang. That ain't a 4-day hang, is it?
No. But what is?
But what is, I guess.
I'm not saying you're going to throw. I'm saying that if you have not been able to witness the life cycle of this food, right, and then it is brought to you, there are so many points of failure along the way.
Exactly, yes. Yes, it was sitting on the porch at least for a while you were at work with them. And then I guess it was over the weekend, and Susan got weird on the weekend, and your fucking your Middle Eastern salad may have been in, and I apologize, but the splash zone. There's like no fucking way, dude.
Susan had this food delivered to her home instead of your office. We don't know a lot about Susan, but I can say one thing concretely: she's a careless person.
Yes.
And I don't think this is the sort of person you trust with food hygiene.
Yes, correct. And I would say, hey, Susan, if you're listening, weird move to bring the food in on Monday. That's a weird one.
Susan knows that. This is not news to Susan. Now, is she out $10?
Yeah.
Yes. But that's good. Because she needs to have some sort of loss. She needs to experience loss. She needs to experience a $10 grief right now, and then she will be a little bit more careful to press that little button and order food to the right place.
I'm confused by another facet of this question.
Okay.
The order was placed by Susan, and maybe there's more clarity in the question, Trev, that you've edited out, but the order was placed by Susan. Was it for one meal for Alex? Did Alex have Susan order one discrete meal for them to enjoy? Because we've added an unnecessary middleman here, a middle Susan, if you will, into this process, because that is an order you could definitely handle yourself.
Oh.
The alternative is Susan was placing a bulk order, and she showed up to her home to find a big, hot, stinky pile of Mediterranean fare on her stoop.
If you knew you were coming back to a house with a porch full of really any kind of food that had been sitting in the hot sun all day. Like, if I was Susan, I would just, like, 5 o'clock, closing time, everybody's leaving. They see me still at my desk working, like, hey, Susan, it's closing time. And then I would say, like, well, no, I don't have a house anymore. That house is the raccoon's house. There's raccoons and one big bear that I guess is kind of like their dad, and they all live together, and the bear, like, helps them, bathes them, keeps them clean. It's really cute, but, like, I wouldn't survive in there for even a second, so...
Oh, but now I showed up after 48 hours, and it seems they didn't touch your salad.
Aw, dang.
Oh, sorry, Alex.
We're all concerned about our health right now, but I don't want food safety can't go unattended. I do want to remind folks, if you're between 40 and 140 degrees, that is the danger zone. You do not leave food in that zone for more than 4 hours and then consume it. And I've been running a lot of different simulations here in a program I have on my computer. And even being generous and saying this is an office where they had lunch at 1 and then Susan got home by 5. It's still been in the danger zone too long. You got to trash it for sure.
Hey, real quick, can we just for a moment acknowledge that there is a delivery person that this food was ordered and they knocked and it didn't answer and they were just like, I'll leave it on the porch.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
That happens.
Protocol, right?
That can't be protocol.
What else are they going to fucking do with it? Steal it? No.
What are they going to do with it? Go make it a snack?
Yeah.
In their van?
Hey, listen, this is me. This is like a living will that I'm leaving here, that if you ever deliver food to me and I don't answer the door, it's yours.
Or if it's me and you're delivering the food to my house and I don't answer the door, you wait, because I will be there at some point and I will be so hungry. Hey, I have a Yahoo.
Okay.
Few people sent this one in. It's an anonymous Yahoo Answers user who I'm going to call Yahoo David. Asks, how did the first parents know how to take care of their children?
Wow. I mean, how do parents now know how to take care of their children?
Books, internet, other parents that have been doing it. Yeah, there's a lot of institutional knowledge out there, Travis.
Songs, nursery rhymes. Daniel Tiger.
Old books that are kind of more like what not to do. Like Bible is pretty much, there's a lot of stuff in Bible that is just like, hey, cautionary tale, don't do this one with baby.
I bet there was a lot of like angels showing up that first time around. God was like, you're on your own. And then Adam and Eve had babies. And God was like, oh shit. Okay, wait. Do you go down there and tell them not to give them marbles or whatever?
Right. There were a few babies before. God was just like, no, they'll get it. They'll get it. They'll get it. Just calm down. They're going to get it. All right, they're not going to get it. Get down there.
Oh, okay, Gabriel, just real quick. Do you go down there and tell them to cook that food? Oh, please.
Do you think that the first people, let's call them Adam and Eve, do you think that the first people who are the first parents, do you think that they maybe started to pretend they got it less than they did just so they could go on dates and shit? Like, oh, boy. Yeah, I'd love to watch the kids tonight, Gabriel. Damn, let me just put them into the stove. No, okay, you're right. Damn it. Okay, so we'll be at TGI Fridays. Here's the hospital's number.
It would be tough, right? Because it would be like, God has given us this great baby, and we love him so much, but God has also given us a tree stump with a perfectly baby-sized hole in it. So I think that is like the storage unit that I think that it didn't come with baby, but look, perfect fit, like a perfect satisfying fit. So like, if God didn't want us to jam our baby in this log and go out to the Cheesecake Factory, then why is the hole that way?
Good point. Do you guys think that there was some point where the first parents were like, you think this thing eats?
I think that is true. I'm more concerned about just baby just like poops on itself and the ground or whatever. And then the parents are like, hey, I know he's like little and stuff, but this baby is not cleaning his butt the way we all clean our butt. And it's pretty fucked up if you ask me.
It's gross, right? It's gnarly, right? We can all agree that. Should we talk to him?
Like when I do it, I go outside and we don't have TP yet, but I'll use a big leaf. And this baby doesn't even go outside. It doesn't, right?
He doesn't know how to use the clamshells.
Nope.
I use the clamshells. We have these 3 shells that I use to clean my butt, and he doesn't use it right.
Yeah, he doesn't use mammoth bidet where it blasts your butt with his big gnarly trunk. And
It's a living.
It's a living, but like what? I think it's kind of rude, and I would actually like to ask him to leave.
Can you go ask Fred Flintstone what he did to get his kid to use their bidet?
I mean, Fred Flintstone's kid beats the shit out of him oh, wait, that's Barney's kid.
No, that's Barney's kid beats the shit out of him all the time.
Man, that's rough.
Fred's kid's got a cereal deal.
Yeah.
She can't be seen doing that kind of thing. Here is another question for you, my brothers. I'm pretty sure my neighbor sells weed, and I really want some. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I've only ever smoked with friends who had their own weed, but I'm an adult now, and I have to get it for myself. I know very little about him since he's a few years younger than me, and we didn't talk when we were in high school. I don't have his phone number, and we're not friends on social media. How do I find out if he actually has the good kush for sale? Please help me. I really want to blaze it, but I don't know how to get weed. That's from Wannabe Loner Stoner. And boy, have you ever come to the right place.
I think it's important that we do a question like this every year or so, annually or so, just to remind people that we don't fucking know. We don't know. It would be, hey, everyone alive, it would be pretty fucking cool if I knew. At this junction, it would be pretty cool.
I'll take it one step further and clarify for those listening. Not only do I not know where to get weed, I don't know how to ask somebody where to get weed. So, like, I am now in a position where it's like, I don't know where to get it, and I'm too afraid to ask. Because I'm pretty sure if I walked out to another human being and said, from whom might I purchase marijuana? They would be like, oh, you're a cop.
Well,
Travis, can you not buy it?
Well, I mean, listen. Hey, you want to cut through the bullshit, Justin? Yes.
Yeah,
I can buy that medical shit, and I do. But I'm saying that's not cool. That's not a cool feeling, right? That's not.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty fucking neat.
I like how you can't be arrested and it's not weird.
No, that is cool. Listen, that's cool. But I
mean,
never
you could be arrested because the federal statutes haven't changed.
Yeah,
it's just
fucked
a
up.
state. I'll explain it. It's the whole thing. Listen, if they weren't paying attention before, they sure as fuck are paying attention now. Okay, so go ahead and go nuts.
As long as your weed dealer isn't selling to 9 other people at the same time, I don't think they can touch you.
Maybe there's one of those scenarios where you can just say like, "Hey, do you sell weed?" Because I bet if they do, they're happy for the customers, right? Like, if you're someone who sells weed, you like selling marijuana to people, right? Like that's. You're probably looking for new customers, right? Right?
You can't. No, here's the problem, right? No, this is incorrect. You're actually wrong.
Oh,
because
man,
I
thought I was onto something.
No, you're wrong. Because if you're wrong, then you're gonna put them into a position where they're like, "What am I putting out there?"
Right.
In my day to day, where it makes it seem like I'm a person who's selling weed, and that's not a bad or a good thing, but it is like. That's not my identity, I don't think. Like, I don't know that that's my vibe. It's a weird vibe to put out in the world if I'm not. Should I? Like, should I? Am I missing an opportunity?
Well, but here's the thing. In this day and age, everybody's selling something, Justin. So maybe it's not weed, but you're like, hey, do you sell weed? And they're like, no, but I do make, handmade hacky sacks or whatever. And I'll sell them to you. And you're like, oh. Okay, so now I need to find somebody who's looking for hacky sacks to trade for weed. But then you find somebody who's like trading hacky sacks for like crochet patterns or whatever. And eventually you will find somebody who will take your, your antique waffles for weed.
Antique waffles is gross, Trav.
Well, I meant like from an antique waffle maker. I didn't mean like they were super old waffles.
Oh. You were just, I feel like you're also risking falling pretty deep into a multi-level marketing thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you sell weed? No, but I got some fucking choice LuLaRoe. I'm so glad you asked. Let me open my sample case that I always have and you thought was full of weed. But actually is LuLaRoe.
Here's the thing. I would warn you about Question Asker. You don't have any connection to this person. It doesn't sound like you had any interest in being their friend, even though it sounds like they live next to you. And so I think maybe get to know them, or if you don't want to do that, don't open up the relationship with one of bartering quality, because I think that would put some strain, no pun intended, on the neighborly relationship.
I guess.
Of course, you should hold off on sort of bridge building for a little bit.
Right.
Just want to get that out
You
there.
could set up, though, like maybe a pulley rope system between houses where they send over a little lead.
So the coronavirus little amoebas can fucking Mission Impossible zip line from one house to the other. Oh no, Jeremy fell. It's okay. There's a billion of us. Go, go, go.
Fuck, I forgot. You're right, Griffin. I forgot because I had watched Osmosis Jones the other day, and that is how that works.
Listen, just get a trench coat, turn on the in your eyes, and stand outside their window with your bong above your head until they.
In my lungs, I need some weed in my lungs.
Yes, indeed, in my lungs.
I hate to interrupt our program, but we do have to take a brief sojourn to the Money Zone. If you guys would be so kind as to join me.
Okay.
Here, hop on my back. Travis, you hop on my back. Griffin, you hop on Travis's back.
Okay, here I come. Oops, I jumped all the way over the two of you.
Oh!
And I cleared you by like 3 or 4 feet. Let me try again. Whoop, I did it. Oh, wow, even higher that time. Wow.
Damn powerful jumping.
These damn powerful legs of mine. If Brittany had my height with her speed, she could uppercut the sun.
She actually just got a call to hear about how high you're jumping, and she's like, I can beat it.
Hey, I know we're trying to go to the Money Zone, but Trav, hop off there. You're going to hurt yourself.
Okay.
I know we're trying to go to the Money Zone real quick, but Travis mentioned Osmosis Jones. That brought something to my mind. There are movies trending right now, like Contagion and Outbreak and the like. I always see it, like in my trending shit on streaming platforms or whatever. And I don't know why a person would watch one of those at this moment. But why isn't how is Osmosis Jones not crept in? Like, how is this not the moment we need Osmosis Jones and his funny, uptight pill friend to like come in and kind of provide maybe even a little bit of a how-to, like a funny joke and animation, and loving that, but like also maybe there's something you can take away there that would be helpful at this junction.
In that movie, does a white blood cell and one cold pill beat? Is it SARS? It's something like that.
It's something
right?
pretty bad, yeah.
I bet Griffin, David Hyde Pierce has begun every morning just firing up that trending and being like, let's see, is it?
Oh.
No, all right.
Okay.
Not right this second. All right. So now?
Yeah, okay. Travis, get back up there. And then I'm going to get... Oh, I didn't jump high enough in that time.
Oh, ow. You're laying around my back.
Let me try again. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go get a step ladder. You guys start without me.
Okay.
Honey, where's the step ladder? Oh, no. That's in the... Oh, man. Did we...
What a vibrant palette.
Oh, shoot.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up?
So from the modern era, I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
I'm your sweet baby brother, Griffin, Andrew McElroy.
Guys, what's still funny?
Very little, it seems.
What's still funny is the thing for me.
You know what, Justin? I don't know about funny. I don't know from funny anymore.
What's still funny? We're supposed to punch up, not down. Everybody's down.
Yeah, we can punch side to side. I could punch you, and you could punch Griffin.
Let's try punching each other. Let's try
lateral
punching
punches.
Let's give
Travis?
that a shot.
Okay, let me go. Travis, the noise of you eating peanut M&Ms when we began was profane.
But I did it off mic, Justin.
No, you didn't, bud, because I just told you what you were eating.
No,
and
sorry. I did it off audience mic. The audience didn't have to. Just you, my brother.
Yeah, but I got it.
I don't like this. I don't like us punching side to side.
No punching sideways.
Trav, did you send questions?
We gonna do those, or it feels maybe not questions this time. I don't know. Questions feels
okay. Let's talk about. Listen, this is negative for everyone. Let's acknowledge something up front. This situation is negative for everyone to different degrees.
Yes.
This is not news to us. We are going to push forward in the best way that we can sort of manage in our sort of twisted
South Park. What you guys
view.
This is, first of all, can you guys fucking wait for the South Park episode about this?
Oh, my dude.
Shit, guys.
I have said that fucking phrase out loud.
Oh, no.
But
Okay.
I don't think they're in production. I think everybody stopped production. See, you can't even get like a little twisted South Park humor joke going right
Hey,
now.
can I tell you guys something real from the heart?
Yeah.
Sure,
I
bud,
guess.
yeah.
I had a lot
I'm
of funny stuff to say about South Park, but go ahead, Trav.
I know. I'm so happy to be talking to you two boys
Oh God, I know.
because if I'm being honest, even though I've spent time with my family, I have spent a little too much time with myself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, last night, I found the entire season of Boy Meets World on
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
Started watching some episodes of that, which led me to thinking about the Lawrence brothers, which, and this is not an exaggeration for the podcast, I became very worried about the Lawrence brothers. I hadn't heard from them in a while, and I found myself having real emotional investment in making sure that the Lawrence brothers are doing okay.
In the context of the global pandemic? Okay, so you're just saying you're worried about early 2019 Lawrence brothers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I've kept up with most brothers in the game. You know, I know what's
Right.
going on. But
We get the newsletters.
right, but the Lawrence brothers, I realize it's been a solid grip since I heard anything about those fools, and I was worried about them. But their Wikipedias, it seems like everything's okay.
Good. I think that's the secret, right? We're all anxious people. And when I say all, I mean literally every person listening to this. And if you are listening to this and you don't have anxiety, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
Give me a snoot of that.
Yeah, let me have a huff of whatever you're huffing, pal, because I would love to ride that Bronco. But it's maybe you can occupy your anxiety with something completely demented, like what are the Lawrence brothers up to? And then you can
Griffin,
and
let
then-
me be clear. Not what are they up to? Are they okay?
Are they good? Are they doing well? Are they? I
Because
hope
here's
so,
the thing:
too.
it's 3 child actors in that family, and all 3 of them seem to be doing okay.
Cloaking, but they're in
Statistically,
cloaking mode.
yes.
Here is one bad thing is I will tell you guys up front. I wanted to come hot with a fun segment. Not a lot of innovation in the fast food space right
Oh,
now.
Shoot, Juice.
That innovation has ground to a halt. And I know what you're thinking. It seemed to have been all upside so far with this unpleasantness, but now there's a downside as well. And it is fast food innovation has ground to a halt.
When we needed them most.
I know.
Here's a new innovation. I would like, if any of the fast food industry is listening,
Yeah.
what if it was
And
like,
what excuse do they have?
yeah, right? What if it was like food, but I went to the store and bought it, and then I could make it at home, so no other human hands ever touched it.
Ooh, that's them's groceries.
Fuck.
That's groceries.
Yeah,
You make
yep.
groceries.
You know what?
again.
I knew it as soon as I said it. I was like, that. I've done. Yeah, you're right. Okay, what about this? A bigger drive-through window, so like 8 people can be getting food all at once.
We're veering towards food train, Trav. So
Damn
Yeah, we've also covered Food Train. Food Train, if you are not aware of the deep lore, Food Train is an innovation where all the world's food would be, all the nation's food
Thank you.
would be on a single train that would be like a roving food truck that could move along and expand or retract capacity as needed.
Yeah.
right.
And crucially, it was staffed by sexy robots.
Correct.
Whose
Because the whole
bodies
surface
themselves,
was so hot.
yeah,
Right.
whose bodies were grills, and they all look like Mark Ruffalo. I've
Oh,
watched this
right.
bit
Okay.
recently. Yeah,
I forgot that part.
the sexy Ruffalo bots, and everybody wanted to get on the train because it looks so sexy and hot. Would we be, as a nation, in a better or worse scenario if the nation had heeded our warnings about Food Train some 3 years ago, or however long ago it was when we sort of breathed that into existence?
I think one would fix the other. I think
But
one would fix the other.
which one would fix the other one, Griffin?
Yep.
Oh.
like Seabiscuit fixed all of us, that kind of thing.
But also how we kind of fixed Seabiscuit, if you think about it.
Thank you. We did fix Seabiscuit.
Because we made a movie about him, and without that, he's just another horse.
Hey, do you guys think we could get a bunch of podcasters together and make a viral video of us all singing like Wild Honey Pie or
Actually, I think Griffin, I hate to sort of tone police you. I think we're switching back to popular. I think we're going to stop calling videos and stuff viral, and I think we're just going to start calling that popular.
Oh, that's good.
Again.
I like that.
I like that a lot. But we could do like, did we get, fucking Joe Rogan and do like Dizzy Miss Lizzie or like Eleanor Rigby or something?
That's
like
so close-minded. What about Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground?
That could be super strong. And I would think that, Trav, we would make that video, Travis.
Yeah.
And I think it would do something out there.
Well, because here's what I'll say. Here's what I see an opportunity for. Baby boom. Right? Everybody was talking before this, like, there's not enough babies. Everyone agreed.
I have not been particularly horny the past month or so, Trav.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're all locked up, but, like, we don't have the hornet. What if we do Sex and Candy and everyone's like, oh, shit.
Oh, actually, yeah, let's reproduce.
Yeah, right? They hear that, as everyone can agree, Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground is the sexiest song on earth because it's about the two things people like most.
Right there on the 10. Right there on the 10.
And so you hear Sex and Candy and you're like, well, I really don't feel like it. And I think we were supposed to socially distance each other, even in our own homes. I'm not certain about that part, but
I tried to convince my kids that was the case. They just weren't buying it.
Yeah.
So let's get Robert Krulwich on the phone.
Yep.
And we'll get him to drop a verse of Sex and Candy. Justin, do you know him?
Or just the whole thing.
Get Robert Krulwich. Yeah, that'll be our Imagine video. It's just Robert Krulwich singing all of Sex and Candy front to back.
Yep.
Can I tell you guys the troubling thing about some of these ideas that we tend to
They're getting you too horny?
No, it's that I now have this bad part of my brain that's like, what the fuck else are they doing? You know, like we could get, I've been thinking like, is this the moment that we should try to get bag some big celebs?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know, business as usual for us. I mean, except if I can find the time to keep coming down here and doing this. But like, I know a lot of Hollywood and TV are sort of in suspension right now. We had a couple of projects kind of thrown into disarray by this. So we are speaking from a reasonably educated stance here. Should we try to bag some big ones?
I think we could get a Richard Gere. Like that. That feels like a reach for not just like scale wise, but also just like demographic wise. I feel like a Richard Gere is out of our reach in many ways, but maybe a Richard Gere type. I'm not even saying necessarily Richard Gere. We could
the Richard Gere's good, Trav. Let's talk about that for a second, because what I like about that is extremely difficult to attain, and I think also my best guess would be a very bad match for the energy of this program.
Oh,
so
yes.
Between those two, I think that's an interesting submission.
Okay.
Griffin, who do you have?
Then we get it's Richard Gere, Justin, because we're gonna give Richard Gere podcast glow up, baby.
Yes,
We're gonna turn this motherfucker into a real popular sensation on the internet. It's really hard to not say that word, and I think that we can make him good at Fortnite. I think that we can make him talk about TikTok. I think we can make him whip a nay-nay.
What up, Gearheads? It's me, Richie Boy, coming at you live. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe
Gearheads
button.
is good. Smash them, and here I'm gonna open up a box of small toys. This one's for kids. I'm Richard Gere. What's in this box? It's gonna have some marbles and hard candies in there. Hey kids, smash the like, bud.
I just got legitimately excited to watch Richard Gere open some blind bags with complete enthusiasm. Made me
I got
so
the new
happy.
LOL's Glow Ups Season 3. Rip them open. This is advertorial content. Just got to get that out there.
And remember, guys, if you're not sleeping on Casper, you're not really sleeping, okay? So let's open these bags.
This is how we're going to whip this thing's ass. Is not saying, what can Richard Gere do for us?
Yes.
But what can we do for Richard Gere?
Yes.
And by Richard Gere, sometimes I also mean other people who actually need help in the world. But
Well,
right
sure.
now, hypothetically, we're going to start with making Richard Gere a top tier YouTuber. And if I could just sort of maybe I get in touch with Ninja and I say, Ninja, can Richard Gere be you for a day?
Yeah, that would be good. And Ninja gets to live trading spaces with Richard Gere, and Ninja would be
What's
good.
up?
And Richard Gere has to go on and try. If you just try to log on to Ninja's computer, if you can figure out how to start streaming on Twitch, Richard Gere, you can phone 3 13-year-olds that you know, and they can try to help you. See, he's gonna fucking get it. We're recorded. We're releasing this on Monday. We're probably fine. Listen, I've seen some of our celebrities already. Listen, everybody's saying Imagine. That was great. We
love that.
Not asked to get in on that. I got to give a shout out to my man, Sam Neill, who we have talked about during the Celebrity Why Not segment. Sam Neill put out a video of himself, and this is the entirety of the video. Sam Neill says, "Hey, I'm doing okay." Of course, he looks fucking great.
Yeah.
So sexy. Out on his vineyard, wherever, holed up well, I'm in isolation. He's like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I washed all my shoes. And then he shows a shot of all his clean shoes. And he's like, but I don't have anywhere to wear them. But man, and then he picks one up and just gets a snootful. He's like, man, do they smell good? Anyway, hope your family is doing well. Sam Neill, that's the best you got.
This is amazing because it's...
Man, you've been in isolation for 4 days and you're already washing your shoes?
It sets a bar for us, doesn't it? Because I don't know the decorum. I would love to make the world fucking laugh and share a Pepsi, but I also don't want to be, unrespectful. But now I have a baseline of what I can put out into the world, and it's me in my own vineyard huffing my clean, expensive shoes. That's the bottom of it. Top of it is the Imagine video.
Now I want to put out a video that's me in my vineyard, and I'm in isolation, and I didn't know what to do, so I just did a bunch of research on the Lawrence brothers to make sure they were okay, and then I just huff some pictures of the Lawrence brothers, or maybe I've printed out their Wikipedia, and I say, man, this Wikipedia smells great, and then I just eat the pages.
That's good too. Or we could have Richard Gere and Sam Neill have a grape fight in his vineyard.
But from 6 feet away.
From 6 feet away, you got to. Should we do a question just to get our sea legs under us?
I want to say one other thing, slightly more seriously, but it's on my heart, and I don't know how to process this otherwise. We have gone at for the past let's call it 9.5 years. We've tried because we've been doing the show for 10 almost. Gonna be a big anniversary soon. But we've been doing the show for a while, and for the bulk of it, and mainly most of our professional careers, we've made it our goal to try to have fun without hurting people, and trying not to make things worse or make people feel bad. Really is what I should say. But I feel like everyone is in the same boat in a sense, which should be easier, make that easier. But everybody's in very different boats because it's going to impact everybody differently.
Right.
So we're gonna try. I don't know. It's a tough time. I'm obviously again, I don't have to put this corollary and everything, but it's harder for a lot of people. It's easier for some people, I'm sure. So we're trying. We're gonna try our best, and it'll be a learning process. But we're not gonna stop. We can't stop.
No, we could.
They can't. But they canceled all our dang tours, so we do have to keep the lights on.
And to be fair, I've got nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. And we did. So please, hang in there with us, and we will hang in there with you, and we will get through this thing together. And it will continue to be the show, but it'll be different because everything's different now. But we're still here to provide an oasis for you, in as much as we can.
Drink our cool waters. Drink these calm, cool waters.
Yeah, sip of these calm, cool waters. And we're gonna do our best to make this fun for everybody. Obviously, if you're already struggling, I know a lot of people, especially in service industries and restaurants, bars, etc., that are already in pain. And we love you, and Hang in there.
Justin, that
We're
was
all-
very nice.
Thanks, Travis. You like didn't even, barely even let me finish before you said that, so I feel like you had that queued up.
No, it's just so exciting. I really didn't mean it.
I thought it could have been better.
Oh, well.
Wow. Okay. Well, you can punch it up in editing. Maybe add some strings.
Sure. Let me add some like.
Oh, let me. May I set this in?
Justin! Woo! Slam dunk!
Griffin, you can edit this in wherever.
Okay, and I'll drop that in.
Aww.
And let me do this one. You the man!
That was good.
My son's gonna wake up from
Travis,
his nap.
I have to ask you about these questions real quick.
Uh-huh.
What epoch of human civilization are they from, would you say?
They're from the before time.
Okay, well that'll be fun. We have a limited supply of these bad boys.
Yeah, this is from all the way back March 16th.
I'm looking at currently. Oh, and they're all titled "Roommate Keeps Drinking Their Own Pee?" Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? It's just like 1,700 of those. So that'll be a hot topic.
I actually have a question here. May I?
No.
Riddle me
Sure.
piss, boys.
Oh my god. I'd rather drink my own pee.
It's the thing that's gonna get us out of this funk. Riddle me piss, Justin.
I would argue that the thing that's gonna get us out of the funk is doing doing the thing.
Riddle
we
me
usually
piss,
do.
Griffin.
Okay, but this is good. Actually, I would rather do this now, Juice, where it's at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then we can recover from it instead of having it like hit us like in the middle and knock us off balance.
Give me a feast. Give me something I can really sink my fucking teeth into, Trav.
This one I find, I think it's revolutionary. Are you ready?
Let me make a meal of it.
There are 3 ants. The first one is at the front, second one in the middle, and third one at the back. The front one says that behind me there are 5 ants. The middle one says that behind me there are 3 ants. And the back one says that there are 8 ants in front of me. How can this be?
Holy Travis, I cannot even visualize what you are saying.
Do you need me to read it again, Justin?
I mean, I know the version of this riddle where the numbers aren't just fucking number pasta, just kind of thrown in a bowl and
I should
stirred
say,
all around.
This one was sent to us by Michael. Do you need to hear it again?
No, I mean, they're walking in a circle, but like, why are there more ants?
Well, the one in front says behind me there are 5. The middle
Right.
one says behind me there are 3. And the back one says in front of me there are 8. You guys give up?
They're walking in front of a mirror. And it's
Okay.
a circle. They're a circle walking in front of a mirror?
Good guess. Good guess. Justin, any guesses?
No, Travis, I don't have any guesses.
Well, the answer is simple. They are all liars.
Okay.
You can't.
And
You
this
can't do that.
This is why I love this, because this is revolutionary, because this could be like, a father and son are in a plane crash, and the father dies, and the son is rushed to the hospital. But when he gets there, the doctor says, I can't operate on this child because he's my son. How can this be? Answer, he's lying.
Yeah.
We could just have all kinds of questions
What
like
can you
this.
put in a barrel to make it lighter? A fucking lie.
A lie.
liar.
What's red and white and green all over? Nothing. I
Nothing.
lied.
Travis has lied to you.
Okay, here's a question. My friend is getting a vasectomy soon, and the doctor said he could choose any music he likes. The doctor warned he would likely associate this music with the procedure forever afterwards. Any recommendations? That's from Sniptune. I can only imagine.
Huh.
Is that one? Is that anything?
Well, Justin, it seemed like you we're coming at this from the position of let's put a stinker song in there that you're not going to be sort of like poisoned by. You know what I mean? Like, and I can only imagine. But what Justin, you seem to quite enjoy your set.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to capture was the sort of spirit of rejoicing.
Oh, I see.
A hymn of sorts. I wish I had had this option because my vasectomy, the doctors just talked about a bunch of garbage, a bunch of nonsense.
Do you remember? Remember any of it?
It was in a sort of twilight state. I felt like
they
I was
gave you
hearing too much of
twilight
it.
sleep?
We did an episode right after I did it. I'm sure there's like more details there, but my brain has not held on to them. I should go back and listen to it. Is it just one song long? It seemed much longer than that. They're really. What length of song are we? Is this like an American Pie sort of deal, or is it more of a?
I'm gonna do In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, please.
Yeah.
Right.
I want because I really want
So
you
you
to take
your time
down there. Yes. Justin, as one, I'm assuming one of the things that the doctor said when they were down there was something like, "Did you you gotta check out this dude's nuts," something like that. Did you see this dude's huge nuts? Something like that.
I do remember him saying like, "Wow, these are so regular. Just the normal kind that everybody has. This just right in the middle of the median. The whole thing.
Wild, man.
It's just so average."
You see him from the outside, and you're like, "Whoa, big nuts!" But you get in there, not that big, dude.
It's an optical illusion, dude. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Look at it kind of cross your eyes. It's a
He's got
rhino.
razzle dazzle on his balls.
So sick, dude. Hey. Start Amber by 311 over again. It just ran out. Flip the tape.
I got distracted.
I just remember I started chanting "Pier sit, pier sit."
Cool.
Like it's fine down there.
Yeah, you're already there.
What's a good song to get of it? I mean, you, Justin, were you hurting for a distraction? Were you like, boy, I wish I had something else to think about to get my mind off what's happening down there?
I was high. I mean, I was high on drugs.
Right.
I don't want to I was trying to fall asleep and I couldn't. And they told me I couldn't fall asleep.
Whoa.
And I didn't want to be around for it. I wanted to step out of the building for a few moments and come back to my ruined penis.
Yeah, well.
But I couldn't. I was like very present in the moment, but they was just chattering away, just talking.
Yeah, about the
I do remember them saying like, "I can't believe this guy's laughing." That's the one quote I remember. Like they couldn't believe that I was like chuckling it up.
Yeah.
What were you laughing about? Can you remember?
No, my memory, I feel like I did have memories at the beginning and whatever they have been replaced by, I guess like Animal Crossing strats or something. I don't know.
You're probably laughing because at one point one of the doctors was like, "I need that clamp right there, and can you hand me D's?" And then he just kind of waited. It's
Doctor,
rare that you have
this every time. We can't.
This is our 8th vasectomy today. Please.
Please.
I like Bro
I'm begging
Surgeon.
you.
Bro Surgeon's my new favorite guy. Hey, how about a Yahoo?
I do remember this. After they had given me the gas, the doctor came in wearing a hookah shell necklace.
No.
And I was too late. I couldn't stop. At that point, it was like, I can't stand up and walk out. They've already gassed me.
Yeah.
I'm in for the ride of my life.
Here is a Yahoo sent in by Adrian Cowles. Thank you, Adrian. It's an anonymous Yahoo Answers user who I'm going to call Bamus. Asks, in college, what's the punishment for roughhousing in class?
Huh.
And then that's the end of the question. And we're not talking about fighting.
Yeah.
When you fight it in high school, if you fight, you're out of here, mister. Like not in my school. We're here trying to educate and enrich these young lives and souls, so that they get to go to heaven. And I'm talking about roughhousing, which is kind of just rough play.
Yes.
Pressing hard in your friend's armpit, and they fall over accidentally, like roughhousing. Like a
like noogies.
Like a
I'd say
noogie.
Yeah, like a noogie, right? Where you wouldn't necessarily say there's ill intent, but if you found out later that person does not like you, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense now."
Giving a friend a pink belly.
Too much.
Saying, "Friend, pull up that shirt." But okay, but I'm in college and I am learning about law because I'm about to be a lawyer. And my friend accidentally lifts up his shirt, and I say "pink belly," and I give him pink belly. Am I gonna? What's the like? What is the lawyer professor gonna fucking do?
Huh?
It's not how to get away. It's not how to get away with murder. It's not how to get away with pink belly. Like,
right?
They're not.
What
gonna
if it was?
What if it was?
Welcome to my new show,
The Perfect Pink Belly.
The Perfect Pink Belly.
Wouldn't that be wild if you just lift up your shirt and be like, "Hey, okay, no one's gonna believe me, but my belly's pink and it stinks, and I know one of you did it." I know. Everyone, show me your hands.
as one lone student just whistles as they leave out the door, and then it's
The
like
lights
I
go
put it
off
all
and
together.
There's a scream. The lights go off and there's a scream and a chandelier falls.
Who pumped my belly?
Like candles. One person has a pink belly.
Somebody pinked to Donald.
Everybody,
Who did this?
everybody, put your handprint up against the handprint on my belly quickly before it disappears.
Don't have much time. I'm already moving past this inconvenience.
It couldn't have been me. I had honey all over my palm from that sandwich I was eating. If I had pinked your belly, there would be honey residue.
Yeah, and you were loudly announcing right before the lights went out how you were really enjoying your super stinky sandwich.
Yes, so you see, it couldn't be I, Reginald Slapbelly.
You're being really quiet over there, Lawrence. Oh, Griffin, you're Lawrence.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, man, pink belly, huh? That's the pits.
Lawrence, I heard thou in the lavatory.
Why do you talk like that?
Yeah.
sometimes?
I'm a foreign exchange student from the past.
I saw a lot of shit in mid school and high school. Vis-a-vis.
Did you call it mid-school?
Vis-a-vis. Yeah. Vis-a-vis
That's what the cool kids call it.
people doing a big fight or a wrestle or horseplay like in class that got a little out of hand. Once I did a horseplay in class that got out of hand, I got detention in middle school. I accidentally knocked a table over, and it grazed a young girl's leg, and I got written up. And on the pink slip, the teacher wrote, "In an effort to be cute, Griffin flipped a table over and like mauled a young woman who then had to go to the hospital." Like, none of that was true. And I wasn't trying to be cute. I didn't appreciate that. But I got sent to detention. Nothing like that. I don't think I ever saw anybody go. Let's start here. Does college have detention?
It has to, right?
Because if not,
You
like,
live
what
there.
What are the fucking you live there? What are the fucking stakes?
What? Maybe that's the secret. Well, hold on. If in real life, let's take it one step further. If in real life I horseplay, I could go to jail, right?
Yeah. They don't call it that. When you do horseplay and you hurt someone in real life, they don't call it horseplay anymore.
No, they call it assault.
They call it
And
assault.
and if I do that in high school, I go to detention. Why, Griffin, as you're pointing out, is college this like safe, uncanny middle valley thing of just like horseplay here? You're fine. You're fine.
I want to know what dies in us when we graduate high school, where we no longer feel like doing an awful waffle to our friends in the middle of our history class. I don't get it.
Too much going on, I guess.
I guess beer, right?
Oh,
man.
Is that it?
And probably
Is it beer?
getting laid.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Trav,
bro.
I've gotten laid before and wanted to do an awful waffle immediately after.
Really?
Which my sexual partner was not into. And so I had
see.
to quell those dark urges back inside and write them down in my sex journal. Speaking of sex journals, should we go to the Money Zone?
We do have a sponsor this week. It is Honey. I actually, you know what? I installed this this little doohickey on my Chrome browser, and I tell you, it has saved me a fair bit of money. It makes it really easy. Actually, you install it. There's just a few clicks, and you get it for free. And then when you get to the apply coupons part of the checkout, Honey just checks a bunch of coupons to see if there's any that will work for you. And a lot of times, they'll be like, hey, here's one. I'll save you a few bucks. It's nice. I used it. I saved like $10 off a pair of headphones.
Do you think they tried to?
That I was buying.
Do you think they tried to call the business Money, but then they mistyped it, but they had already spent the dollars at GoDaddy?
That's probably it.
Honey works on over 30,000 stores, and they add more every day. And with over 100,000 5-star reviews, I mean, they gotta be doing something right. You know, it's a cool service. You should check it out. Visit joinhoney.com/brother. It's free and it installs in just 2 clicks. Give it a whirl. I really think you'll save some cash. It's joinhoney.com/brother.
Welcome back to Fireside Chat on KMAX. With me in studio to take your calls is the dopest duo on the West Coast, Oliver Wong and Morgan Rhodes. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, I'm looking for a music podcast that's insightful and thoughtful, but also helps me discover artists and albums that I've never heard of.
Yeah, man. Sounds like you need to listen to Heat Rocks. Every week, myself, and I'm Morgan Rhodes, and my co-host here, Oliver Wong, talk to influential guests about a canonical album that has changed their lives.
Guests like Moby, Open Mike Eagle, talk about albums by Prince, Joni Mitchell, and so much more.
Yo, what's that show called again?
Heat Rocks, deep dives into hot records.
Every Thursday on Maximum Fun.
Hit shows on Netflix that we got I don't know if everybody on this call, I'm pretty sure almost everybody on this call got obsessed with at least one of these, right? The last two big Netflix, sweep the globe, huge hits was one, The Circle, which imprisoned people in apartments and forced them to only contact each other through social networking.
Yes.
Right? The second big one right after that is Love is Blind, where people were put into isolation and forced to fall in love and marry each other.
Yes.
So my question is this. Did Taco Bell, not Taco Bell.
Wait, what?
I don't know why I said Taco Bell.
Whoa, Justin. No, hold on. Well, why did you just confuse Netflix and Taco Bell, son?
I was thinking about Taco Bell's response to the unpleasantness. Did Netflix get in right under the wire or right before peak relevance? That's my question. Did these the timing of these shows is wild either way.
Wild, and I hope if past this prologue vis-a-vis Netflix's programming, I sure hope we don't get a Bird Box.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Now you're hoping that a real Bird Box doesn't happen.
But a Terrace House would be fantastic.
No, if Terrace House were to really happen, that would be so exciting. If real people would live together and get to know each other by living together, that would be incredible.
Instead of a Bird Box, I would rather we all do a To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Where I would rather be.
Definitely.
That's the world I want to live in.
You know what world I want to live in? The Boss Baby world.
Justin, can you make them do Boss Baby World?
I guess I could try to get the world of Boss Baby going.
Okay.
You seem to know people, Justin. I don't know how you're all connected, but...
Hello.
What?
But I thought you said...
I want a munch.
Squad.
I want too much.
Squad.
Okay. You know, there's still gotta be one up in the mix. Come on, they're not stopping. All of the others will be turned, but rising is still Taco Bell.
Okay, now it's
See,
okay.
I had my suspicions when Justin had his Freudian slip of the tongue that perhaps might be a
I had
munch
that
squad
Taco
on
Bell
the
tab
horizon.
open, ready to pull the trigger on it, and I just went too soon. Taco Bell, and I want to frame this for y'all before I get into the press release. I think that we're going to be talking about the longest shell ever with the Triple Lupa. The ultimate reinvention of the fan favorite chalupa. It's the Triple Lupa. And I guess what I'm thinking is there had to be someone at Taco Bell in the past couple weeks, as bad as things have been. I will tell you that there's so much Taco Bell in the past couple weeks that at some point has had the thought, man, now nobody's going to talk about the Triple Lupa.
Yeah.
3 shells, 3 flavors. The Triple Lupa triples the flavor and doubles the beef in Taco Bell's first tear-apart menu item.
Tear apart menu item?
Terror?
Tear apart.
I would argue
menu item.
I would argue any item at Taco Bell is tear apart if you want it.
If you believe.
If you need it.
Yeah. Taco Bell is no stranger to giving fans more of what they love. And now the latest reinvention of the iconic chalupa gives fans 3 times the reason to get excited. Launching for a limited time in participating restaurants nationwide on March 12th. That's tough. The Triple Lupa serves as a hands-on experience with 3 mini chalupas featuring 3 flavors and double the seasoned beef compared to the regular chalupa. Combining 3 mini chalupas to create the longest shell in Taco Bell history, The Triple Lupa marks Taco Bell's first ever tear apart menu item. It takes all the elements of the chalupa to the next level, with different flavors in each of the mini shells. Do you see how they've become mini shells solely by the fact that there's 3 of them joined together? Now they're mini
It's
shells.
like they've made
it's bite size.
It's like they've made a flight of chalupas, but it's like a concentric flight.
There's nacho cheese on one end, chipotle on the other, and a combination of the two, cheesy chipotle in the third. Okay, fuck off.
That's not 3 flavors.
That's not 3 flavors. That's a messy spot in the middle where you can't separate the two.
Justin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, Trav. Is it about the Triple Lupa? Because it's all I care about.
I'm not as in touch with the quick service industry as you are. Was there ever a double lupa, or did they just skip straight from single lupa to triple lupa? Because if so, I feel like they have missed a very important milestone here.
There's a market there for the double lupa for those of us who are scared of the triple lupa.
Yes.
If we can find a way to fill that niche, fill the South Park niche, we're going to be in the money.
The double lupa is not on sale right now, but it's just called the double chalupa. Okay, so it's a double wide basically.
Yeah,
but that's not the same.
If they were gonna skip ahead, they should have just gone straight to the quadrupa.
Well, that's just 2 of those squished together by a very strong man.
That's a good point.
Okay, so the triple lupa, getting back into the mix here. Since the introduction in 1999, the beloved menu item has continuously transformed in shape, form, and ingredients to become the most reinvented Taco Bell menu item of all time. Weird brag.
We just can't seem to get this fucking thing right.
All our fans agree. We can't get this one right. From flavor innovation like the Baja Chalupa in 2000.
Which wasn't it? We know it wasn't it.
We know we missed on that one. Don't tweet at us anymore, please.
To size innovation with the double chalupa in 2017.
What were we thinking?
We're so close.
We blew it.
Quote, at Taco Bell, we recognize and love the fandom that the chalupa has cultivated over the years. A fandom that is devoted to essentially a concept, really, a brand name, really, because this thing has been reinvented so many times.
But
it's why we want to bring our
fans.
Fandom to me
implies they're out there, like people out there, like doing cosplay and writing like fan fiction about the chalupa.
It's a fan favorite. Probably there is. And it's an all-new flavor and shell experience with the Triple Lupa. That's from Kristen Fudeland, Associate Manager of Research and Development at Taco Bell and lead product developer behind the Triple Lupa. The Triple Lupa's nationwide launch gives us the opportunity to celebrate the transformation of this beloved menu item, and we can't wait for everyone to taste this latest innovation. For the Triple Lupa's nationwide debut, I want to thank Taco Bell, honestly, kidding aside.
I haven't thought about anything but the Triple Lupa for the past, 3 minutes, and it's been pretty incredible.
This one is so long, and there's no way they could have known, and they made such a long press release for this. Thank you. For the Triple Lupa's nationwide debut, Taco Bell is partnering with a brand known for serving up its own reinventions. Guess. Right now, both of you guess.
Oh, my God. Segway. Is that a brand?
Segway?
Travis?
Just an invention?
Oh, wait, Tesla. I take it back, Tesla.
Well, it's TikTok.
Oh.
The short-form mobile video platform serves as the framework for the Triple Lupa's national TV spot and is the first time TikTok has partnered with a brand on a national advertising campaign. Shot in TikTok's full-screen vertical video format, the ad spot follows the creative, unexpected, and joyful content the TikTok community is celebrated for, which I would assume is much less Triple Lupa focused now than it would have been 2 weeks ago. When I look back at our history with social trends, I'm proud of the fact that we are always leading the industry and pushing boundaries. Whether it's being the first on new platforms or breaking records on others, Taco Bell is constantly at the forefront of online trends, said Tracy LaRocca, Senior VP of Brand Engagement at Taco Bell, who must have a very confusing job at the moment. The most natural step for us would be to partner with a brand like TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The most natural step for our taco store would be to where did it go? how did it get to here? Where the most natural step for our taco store is to partner with this small
Jesus,
video.
Justin, we can't say that exact sentence that you just said out loud about how did we get to here, because it invites you to open up a door into a pitch black abyss that I actually got vertigo from thinking about it, and I had to close the door.
I can tell you exactly how it happened. Are you ready for this? It happened like this.
Yeah.
Picture like a conference room, table full of execs, some young, some not so young. One of them playing on his phone. It's Bradley. He never pays attention during these meetings. And Mr. Bell, who is, of course, the owner of Taco Bell, says, Bradley, what do you think? And Bradley, without thinking, just looks and goes, TikTok? And that's how it was born.
That's how most business happens.
Yeah.
Because of fucking Bradley and his
Bradley
and his malfeasance.
And then Bradley said, TikToco, and everyone lost their shit.
I mean, that's probably it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm looking at a triple looper right now. Taco Bell was tweeting about this. The brand is encouraging fans to jump in on the fun by participating in an upcoming Taco Bell hashtag challenge on TikTok and plans to announce more details about the challenge in the coming weeks. I doubt it. Taco Bell will also be partnering with select TikTok creators to inspire fans to reinvent something themselves and share it on the platform. So yeah, that one hasn't gotten, I'm looking at Twitter, and that one hasn't gotten a lot of the traction you would sort of hope for on that one. That one hasn't gotten a lot of heat.
I tell you,
best laid plans, huh?
I'm looking at this wild taco caterpillar that they have put together for me, and the only one of these that I'm interested in is the liminal lupa, the like centralized sort of middle of the Venn diagram. Give me that one. I want a service that will rip the liminal lupa out of the middle of this caterpillar and mail it to my house.
Now, what if I get one of these and I got two friends, and one of the friends is like, I want cheesy, and the other friend said, I want Chipotle. But here's the thing, guys. I wanted Chipotle. I didn't want cheese. Now I'm stuck in the middle? Are we each supposed to get our own?
I think you spend as long as you can arguing about that, and then find another vine to swing to.
Yeah, you just enjoy each other's company for the brief moment you have.
I wouldn't call that enjoying company. Having a taco fight, Travis, is not enjoyable company.
I'll tell you, Griffin, right now, I would love to have a taco fight with any human being.
Huh.
Yes, that wasn't my wife and kids. I love my wife and kids, but we've had plenty of taco fights over the last couple days. Yes.
Yeah, it's not even you know who's going to win before you even get started.
And it's BB.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated by another Taco Bell product. They got a new grande burritos. I don't have a press release about this one, but there's two new flavors of the $1 grande burritos.
Mm-hmm.
One of the flavor is called loaded taco burrito.
Huh.
What are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing? That's just two of the things.
What if
are you doing?
What if Taco Bell just tweeted like, "Hey, right now we realize no one's looking, so we're just gonna rename everything, because like none of y'all are paying attention. We're gonna completely change our menu by the time y'all get back."
Listen, we're innovators, and we are not afraid to make bold choices, and we're gonna move everything just one over to the left.
Yep, and you won't notice.
Good luck.
Go to the drive-thru and like, just give me a bag of sludge and bread, please.
Yep.
Just whatever conflagration of that, whatever different permutations you have.
Let me get
meat and bread.
Does that say fettuccine Alfredo? Taco Bell? What the fuck? Hey, wait, this is two soft tacos. Yep, you cracked the case.
A conflagration is actually a fire, but that actually is applicable,
that works
I
here
think,
too.
in our situation. Anyway, this has been my brother and me. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. We hope that we could and will continue to provide a little bit of cheeriness for you.
Hopefully we won't spend as much time like couching it, I think, next week. But it would be wild not to sort of talk about it, I guess.
We're just like everybody. We're fucking flying by the seat of our pants right now. It's like we're adjusting. Like, we normally record on Wednesdays and publish on Mondays. Like, it seems like things are so drastically different, even in like a 4-day time span. But I think we're gonna get through this. Like, we've been doing this show for almost 10 years. That's like, if we can do this show for 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, are you comparing talking to your brothers for an hour every week to a quarantine?
It doesn't feel. I was just saying, like, the time shall pass, and we will figure out a new way of being.
Making it sound like
what I'm saying.
You're making it sound like once we hit 10 years, though, we're out of the worst of it.
Finally.
I mean, I would hope we're out of the worst of this show.
We're passing through the clouds now.
I real quick just wanted to say, isolate yourself and wash your hands. This is the kind of thing where I still see people, even this far into the whole thing. I hate to be serious for a minute, but I see people saying, well, I'm not worried about it. Well, it's not about you. It's about everyone. Yeah. And there are people that are worried about it. And the best thing that we could do right now is to self-isolate and social distance and wash the hell out of your hands. Please do that.
Yes. Do that. I can just be a good citizen.
Wash your whole body. A lot of people aren't going to tell you to do that, but wash your your feet and your butt. Like, do your hands whenever you're near a sink, but don't forget about the rest of your body too. I'm worried.
And here's one more thing I would say. This is just advice from somebody who's lived with anxiety for basically his whole life. Do your best to accept your scenario as it changes. Do your best to just embrace where you're at and be in that moment, and don't let yourself get too far ahead, because there's no way of knowing. We got today, so focus on today. And really, you know what? Really seriously, look at your situation and say, how could the McElroy brothers address this? I need advice about the new nuance, the new meaningless things, the new meaningless conflicts in my life, and we will continue to address those, because this is going to be weird, because a lot of us are going to have a lot of the same meaningless conflicts in our life, the same meaningless challenges, the same easily overcome challenges that we can all sort of talk about and work through together. So let us know how we can help, and we will continue to be there to advise through these challenging days
or as was the case in this episode, to talk about Richard Gere and Taco Bell a whole lot.
Yep.
We'll do either.
What if Richard Gere worked at Taco Bell? I think it would go a little something like this.
Something like this. My name's Justin McElroy. No, wait. Griffin didn't say the thing.
Thanks to John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song. It's a departure off the album.
Hi, it's Jesse, the founder of Max Fun. We promised you a Max Fun drive this week, but things haven't exactly gone how we expected. So, given the pandemic, we're going to postpone this year's drive. Events are still fluid, so we're hesitant to give you specifics about new dates. Right now, we have late April penciled into our calendars. We'll keep you posted about that. As it stands, a lot of our drive machinery was already cranked up. So for one thing, you might hear a reference or two to the drive in our shows, which might have been recorded before we made this decision. And here is some good news. There's a bunch of great bonus content available for all of our Max Fun members. If you're a member and you missed the email with instructions on how to listen, check your spam folder or log in at MaximumFun.org/manage. Also at MaximumFun.org/manage, you can change your membership if your circumstances have changed. We know this is a tough time for a lot of people, and we understand. You can also go to MaximumFun.org/join at any time if you'd like to become a member. During the next couple weeks, what would have been the drive, we're going to do our best to be extra available to you. We've got some streaming events planned, some social media stuff. We know a lot of folks are isolated right now, and we want to help provide comfort in the best ways that we know how. You can follow us on social media, and we'll let you know what's up. During this tough time, I have been feeling really grateful for my community of colleagues here at Max Fun, and for you, the folks who make our work possible, goofy as that work may sometimes be. Stay safe out there. We're thinking of you.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. Well,
hello, everyone, and welcome to... Hold on, let me let me open this book to a new chapter. Welcome to a new era of My Brother, and Me, a lifestyle experience guide.
Ooh.
My name is Justin McElroy. I'm your oldest guide.
Hey, this is Griffin. I go second now.
Whoa.
And, yeah, I'm all about just sort of these orbs, guys.
Hi, I'm Travis.
All right?
Yep.
See, it's so weird. I will wait for 3 hours for Griffin to do his now.
Hey, it's me, Griffin, again. Just checking in about these orbs. You touched these orbs yet? No? You gotta get with these orbs, man.
Hi, I'm Travis. I'm kind of the CFO of our lifestyle brands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so much on the creative, but I make sure everyone gets paid and that their health insurance stays current.
He's
so
afraid of these orbs. I keep telling him nothing to be afraid of unless you
No.
drop one on your foot.
I appreciate the orbs, but I am looking at the books, and it does say here in our ledgers that we still use for some reason that it is
Right.
time to pay the piper.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Travis, for bringing up this awkward... Now, listen, we begged Travis not to do this.
Yeah. I
We
know.
begged him. We said
The
it's a
creatives
new
over here, they
era.
were saying like we're focused on this on these artisanal paper
Right.
and artisanal glasses, artisanal air. Griffin, you said at one point, which I didn't
Well, it's
get.
inside the orbs, isn't it?
I guess.
Something's
and I
gotta
said,
be in there.
There's a piper here. There's an artisanal piper that you guys ordered, and someone needs to pay them.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about it later in the show, but should we just start, telling people about what kind of new body slime
Mm-hmm.
we're into and what kind of acupuncture needles we're all about these days?
Do you know what's way in, Griffin?
What is it?
It's getting wet and rolling around in sand, and then just getting dressed over that and going about
Oh.
your day. It's like a natural exfoliant.
Just having a little gritty time in the city.
Yeah.
I like this. And then to the end of the day, your boss is riding your freaking jock trying to get you to file those reports. You get home, you take a shower, pearl falls out of your butt, crack.
Yep.
It can happen. It does happen every day to people like you, and now it can happen. I'm afraid Justin died.
We're going to start out with kind of a retro vibe and take a question from our listenership, and then we'll ease into some of the bigger changes.
We should point out, and you know what? We should also point out, we are recording this for the first time ever, weeks ahead of time, which is
Right.
why our first question is about Valentine's Day, which will seem weird when you
Right.
hear this in like mid-March.
I collected money for a Valentine's Day singing gram for one of my professors and got $1 from one girl and $2 in quarters from a guy. The gram is $5. Then I got so dang busy, I didn't find the time to buy the gram, and their money is sitting on my desk. It's been 3 days. They haven't asked, but I know they didn't get a singing gram. Do I steal their $3 or awkwardly give it back?
Now,
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, because Justin used the wrong word there. They know that the professor didn't get a singing gram. So the two people that this question asker collected money from are well aware that that money was not spent
On the
on
gram.
a singing telegram.
Okay.
Is this not why Venmo was invented? Or PayPal or whatever
Yeah.
your
Sharon just sent you $2 with the note. I fucked up Valentine's Day.
yes. It's how you send money when you're embarrassed. It's how you pay for things you're scared about. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You could call it an investment in next year's gram. Thank you for
Ooh.
your early support of a building on a layaway plan, a layaway gram.
There you are. Listen, it's been a while. I've been out of the game for a while now when it comes to singing telegrams for professors, but $5 seems awfully low, doesn't it?
It seems like not very much money. I don't think you can buy. This may be the only thing you can get with $5.
Yeah, a human being is going to have to use their mouth to sing in public in front of another human being who is looking at them for
Yeah.
$5?
You could uncut gems it and put this 3-ski on the horsies, on the ponies, let it ride, and say, like, if they come to you like, hey, I do need those quarters back, you can be like, listen, it's not liquid right now. It's tied up in the ponies, isn't it?
Tell him it's not liquid. I gave this $3 to the singing guy as a deposit for him to start learning the hit song you wanted to sing, "Drops of Jupiter" by Train.
Yep.
But he's one of those planet professors, you know.
Oh yeah.
And, you know,
Planetology.
and
He gets
So
up
it's
there
not
day one.
liquid.
He's like, my very energetic mother just served us 9 pizzas. That's the acronym, and I'll see you guys next year.
You know what's weird about that, Griffin? It's not pizzas anymore.
We can't talk about fucking Pluto. No, he cares about it. It's a planet. It's
Clearly.
not. I like it. It's small. Blah, blah, blah. It's a big rock in space, guys. There's lots of them.
Not enough.
would you guys like a singing telegram? Like, would you like
No.
any of that
You
showed
right
up
from
at
you
your
right
place
now?
of- Not for me right now, but like if you got one in your day to day.
I would feel threatened if that happened. If someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I have to tell you something," and started singing at me, I don't know that the feeling I would feel would be one of love or gratitude. Like, this is the thing, right? Can we all just be honest with ourselves that this kind of thing, or like delivering a big bouquet of balloons, while part of it, yes, is sweet and thoughtful, the other half is like, I want to embarrass you.
I want
little.
to I want to fucking shame you.
Right? Like that, I'm going to make a big spectacle, because if you just stand there nodding like, yes, I deserve this and I appreciate it, like, that's not how that's supposed to go. You're supposed to kind of cover your face and be embarrassed by this thing happening.
Yeah.
Why is that how we're choosing to show our love to one another?
Yeah, for $3. Let's see what we can. Huey, what can we do for $3? It's we can dump a bunch of paint on them. Do you want that? We can we can accidentally squidge some toothpaste on their pants and make it look like they did have a naughty accident. Do you like that?
This is embarrassing. Oh boy, it's been about 16 years ago. For the first Valentine's Day we were together, my now wife and I, then girlfriend, Sydney.
My now wife.
No, you can't. I didn't even open the door to it. That's actually a bad. You have to turn around 3 times and throw salt over your left shoulder, or more it'll kill you in your sleep. For Valentine's Day, there was this group that was doing like these sorts of things, but they called it a VLQ, or a very large quartet, and basically just a grip of the oldest fellas you've ever seen in your entire life show up at a place and sing a song, right? And it was beautiful. It went perfectly. Sydney was at rehearsal for a play, and like they showed up at rehearsal and just like dazzled, and it was very romantic, and it was really lovely. About 6 months ago, I started thinking, did I pay those guys? It was not a money up. Hold on. No, don't rush to judge it. It was not a money up front kind of deal. It was, you do it and, make a little deposit, and then we'll do the singing and you can make it right later.
That's a bad business model, old
That's
dudes,
not
by the way.
good.
Yeah, but they're so old and trusting. So I did this, and I got to thinking about 6 months ago, I never paid these fucking guys for this thing.
Oh,
and then I
Justin.
started thinking, like, I gotta make this right. I can get it liquid. I can get it liquid, however
dude.
much.
Get it wet.
I can get it liquid, however much it costs. And then I started thinking, and this was unpleasant to consider, but most of those guys are probably, but a lot of them are probably dead. And that is when I started to feel really bad, because at this point, I'd be paying money to like their sons, their singing sons,
Right.
Their estates, right?
Yeah.
Kicking in a few bucks here and
Or
there.
it might be a tontine situation.
Yes.
Where the very large quartet has just been saving all the money that they make, and the last one kicking, which will probably be the baritone, let's be honest.
The only source of income the surviving members of this group need to worry about is Justin's unpaid deposit plus the juice.
Oh yeah, the juice has been flowing.
My man, we're talking 6 figures, bud.
Their page is still active. I mean, their website is still active, but there's no online option. So I would have to make a phone call that's like, hello, this is Justin McElroy. You probably know me from how they talked about me at the meetings for a decade, but like, how's the juice right now?
You want us to sit here on the phone, like on the call with you while you call them? Like, we'll be here for emotional support if you want.
Oh, that could be really good.
That would be like a really special thing for the Max Fun Drive episode.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
All right, but hold on
a second.
This can't be like our prank episode. Travis, you and I have to button it the fuck up, dude.
Yep.
You guys talk about that for a second while I do this.
And let's have Justin do a very good phone call while me and Travis really button it up.
Hello?
Hi. I had a question regarding the Thundertones.
Yes, what would you like to know?
Well, okay. I didn't think anybody would answer, but so I'm a little nervous, but I think it was
No reason to be nervous.
Well, you haven't heard. Okay. So in 2005, you all did a singing telegram for my she was my girlfriend then, and she's my wife now. She was very touched by it, and I realized about 6 months ago that I never paid for it, and I feel really, really bad about it, and I have for quite some time, and I know that there's juice on it. I know the interest has been collecting for many years. I'm sure you all have been talking about it a lot, and I just wanted to make it right.
It's up to $3,000. No, that's not true. I was not in the group at that time, and I don't even know what kind of record. We don't have any records. I don't think that go that far, or if they do, we do. They're so buried. I will tell you this: if you want to make that right, just so your conscience will be soothed, you may send a check. Let's see, 2005. Do you remember how much it was for? Because it's now $50. I don't know what they were back then.
I mean, $50 sounds more than fair. There was a whole lot of people there. I mean, there was a VLQ, they called it, a very large quartet, which is a good joke.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
$50 sounds fair, but if you want it to be more, I mean, I feel so terrible. You really got me over a barrel on this one.
No, not at all. I appreciate your honesty, and that is no problem at all. Why don't you just send a $50 check to the Thundertones? Make it out to the Thundertones.
Okay.
And just send it to my address. I'm the president of the group. My name is, but you don't need to know that. Just make out the check to the Thundertones, and then my address is as follows.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you letting me get my conscience clear. I feel like a new chapter has begun, and I'm ready to move forward with a clean conscience. I mean, for this, there's lots of other terrible things, but for this one thing, I feel good about.
I was going to say, now you can go back and return all those books that you checked out of the library that you never returned. So thank you very much for your patronage. By the way, we just finished that up, and we did 38 Valentines this year. Had 2 quartets go out. It was very successful. Keep us in mind for next year, and I'm sure that she wouldn't mind a reprieve on something like that.
I love that you can trust me again. History, is not on my side. I'm impressed that you're willing to forgive and forget.
Well, that is no problem at all. I wasn't expecting it in the first place, and like I said, we don't have a record of it, so don't worry.
But
about
hey, you all must be rolling in it now, though. 38 times 50. I'm loving that math.
Well, I tell you what, it is our largest fundraiser. Even we make more off this than we do even our annual show that we do in the fall.
Is that one spookier? Kind of a scary thing? Lots of like haunted jump scares and stuff like that?
We did we did one of those. We did a show that was kind of had that theme, but no, it varies from year to year. And recently we've been going with songs that are songs that everybody's familiar with. This last one was the British Invasion, and we did a bunch from Beatles and Herman's Hermits and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. And if you sing, heck, come by and see us.
Okay, I'll give you just a sample and you let me know what you think. Stay a while with me. Just stick around and see what happens. What will be, will be. And
we can work with that.
Yeah, we can work with that. That's excellent. Hey, Rick, you've been so cool. Thank you so much. My brothers put me up to this. I told them this story, and they forced me to call for our podcast. And you will that check will be rolling your way here in a couple of days.
Tell me your name.
Justin McElroy.
Justin McElroy. Well, thank you very much, Justin. I'll look forward to that check and that amount. And also give me your contact information as well.
Yes, I'm at now. This is for the lawsuit, isn't it? Because I've had the juice running too long. All right, thanks, Rick.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Okay, you too. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it.
Bye bye.
You just got pranked, baby.
I can't believe they had forgotten about it.
No, Justin, they didn't. I can't believe Rick acted like he had forgotten about it so convincingly.
Yeah, and did you also hear how when you gave him your name with a little bit of a smile, as if he was then going to be like, "Oh, damn, Justin McElroy," and then there was no recognition at all, and I didn't think it was down my spine.
I didn't think he'd be like, "Oh shit, Justin McElroy from podcast." I literally thought he was looking for a list of like shitheads.
Yeah,
I expected him to remember me from the shithead list.
Yeah, when you said Justin McElroy,
what do you think? He's a fucking things I bought at Sheets fan. That's how I was expecting Rick to be a fan of my YouTube series. Come on.
When you said Justin McElroy, he just reached over to the notepad in his passenger seat and marked off your name under people I need to kill.
Yeah.
There's also he's from Huntington. If I said my name, it was not that he would know me. It was probably that thinking that he'd know my dad.
Yeah.
And would say like, "Oh, this fucking figures."
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna like bleep out his address and stuff, right? So we don't dox
I
Rick.
hope so. I hope so. Ooh, I hope so. But sometimes I don't pay very close attention to these, don't I?
Hey, maybe this could become like a new segment where Justin just clears his conscience like one thing at a
cleaning out
time.
the closet. I like that.
Only bad thing I ever did though.
Well,
that's the only one.
Okay. Hey, I've got a Yahoo here. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Sent in by Jeanette. Thanks, Jeanette. It's Yahoo Answers user. Oh, they're anonymous. They're anonymous.
Rick.
It was Rick. Asks, should the Queen move to America to get a new experience?
Yes.
I know so very little about the monarchy or anything, really, government, to speak of, worldly speaking. So this may be coming from an uneducated place. In fact, I can confirm it is. But it seems like maybe if the Queen came to America, she could have a new experience. And not just came here. Not just came here to visit. Got a flat, you know?
Took a lift, but we call them elevators.
Lift. Oh, well, I thought you were talking about rental car. But yeah.
Oh, no, we call those cars.
Yeah, or buggies, lorries, whatever. That's maybe she start calling them different shit, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, what if she went back to Britain and was just like, hey, from now on, we're calling them elevators and apartments and shrimp. Enough of this shit, right?
Oh, sorry, I bumped my shopping cart into your shopping cart, and that's what we now call them.
Look, there's a truck.
Bring me some cookies, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to behead you.
Hey, can I ask you guys a for real serious question?
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's like, some courtesies extended to her and like diplomatic immunity and stuff. But if the Queen were to come to the US of A, and I were to offend her, she's got no power over me, right? Like she couldn't get me in trouble.
She could, she could get you in trouble, probably, if she told an adult or a teacher.
Okay.
But I don't
not
think
like in Britain, where I didn't bow right, and now I'm going to go to prison or something.
Right.
I made that joke about the Queen having someone beheaded for not knowing what cookies are, and it made me start to think about something.
Okay.
Back, like, several hundred years ago, the Queen could definitely have someone beheaded if she felt like it. We agree on this, right?
Yeah, def.
Today, the Queen would say, like, off with their head, and everybody would be like, I don't think so, right? So my question is this. The last time that happened, do you think there was a sense of, like, been a good run, but I think this is the last one? I think we're wrapping up on being able to do this. Has been extremely satisfying and fun, but I think we are like the last one must have felt pretty bad for everybody to be like, I don't think we do this anymore, actually.
I don't think it was a switch flip, Jamie. I don't think it was like, oh, you know what? I don't want to do it. I think it was more of like a fade out of just like over time people were getting less and less okay with it. And then there was one where it was kind of a squeaker where I was like, ooh, are we gonna?
Oh, yikes.
Ooh, are
Like
we
the
gonna
person's
do it?
in the guillotine and they're like, this feels unnecessary to me.
Ow.
You all agree, right?
We
should just
probably
start-
shouldn't.
We should do jail.
Hey, what do you guys think
It's
about
not-
jail?
Listen,
We've
guys,
got them.
It's not perfect, but I think it might be better than this. I think instead of a fade out, Travis, I think it's possible that there was a sort of crescendo where there was one day where they just beheaded like so many people and they were like, it's not even fun anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I can't,
You know what's
I don't
fun?
even feel
It's
it.
like jazz, you know? What's fun is the beheadings you don't do.
Right.
Because think of the joy on someone's face when you get them into the guillotine and like they're blindfolded or something and you go like, do it. And like you have the sound of a lever going and like a sound of a thunk over there. But then you're like, hey, guess what? You're not going to get beheaded.
That's
right?
fun.
That
Well,
person's
that'd
never
be
going to do
fun.
something wrong ever again.
Give them the old
It's
Skyrim
basically the
treatment.
premise of Undercover Boss.
Yeah. It's exactly like Undercover Boss.
A friend and I often work together during class, and I want to ask for his number so if I have any questions, I can just text him. However, I don't want him to get the wrong idea and think that I'm getting his number for any sort of romantic purpose or ulterior motive. What is a completely normal way to ask for someone's number without perpetuating the wrong idea? That's from Gmail.
You cannot do this. Don't even try.
Griffin is right. You just can't do it.
It's not this is very relatable because I had this exact scenario and it's just not possible, I don't think. Right?
We can
Am
all
I-
agree that anytime you've ever had to say to another human being, like, can I get your number? It's so hard
Sucks.
and it's so much, I would argue, harder to say when it is not for romantic intent, right?
Mhm.
Because then you worry you have to then explain yourself and say, like, just in case you want to play video games together. Not, I don't want to smooch.
Do you know what's fucked up? And this is I genuinely cannot answer this. If I ask for, if I was in college or whatever and needed to get in contact with somebody that I was like working with on something, I would feel zero pressure to ask for their email address. But it's still like talking, isn't it? So like,
Yeah.
why is phone just like the sexy one, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because the connotation of, like, can I get your number?
Yeah, but I think there's more to that. In this modern era, I think that it's because it's so private. Like, I don't even know your guys' phone numbers.
Wait.
You know, like, it's extremely private.
I
Like, it's
definitely
my phone.
Gave you
My
my
phone
number.
knows it, but I don't know. Yeah, my phone
Oh,
knows
okay.
it. I don't know it. So it's private to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a private thing.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick with my point because I've never seen a movie where somebody like looked at their friend across the table at a bar and like cockily said like, she friended me on Facebook. Like,
I mean, that's what You've Got Mail is about, so what are you saying? And the second thing, maybe it's just that with the phone, it is intimate because you're saying, give me the buttons to press on my phone so that I may gently nestle your warm voice close to my face. There's really no way to talk to somebody on the phone without confronting the fact that you're doing whispers into each other, like directly into each other's ear.
Mhm.
Basically,
now that's fair. That is fair.
You also, I think there's an immediacy to this of like, give me your phone number. That's like saying like, hey, if I need help with school, I want you to, the second that it crosses my mind, I want you on fucking call. I don't want to send an email that you'll respond to in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
I want to know that you know I need you then.
Here,
Hey, it's 2020. It's 20 funny. Can I pitch an idea that you've just given me, Justin? Every phone.
Wait, hold on. You didn't even let me think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Every phone should have two numbers. One that you can call and one that you can text. And you should like only give out the one that can text and reserve the one that can call for like, if you are dying, you are allowed to use this number.
that's great.
no one is-
That's great, Travis, because you set Drops of Jupiter by Train as your ringtone, and then you're out at dinner with your friends, and you hear, now she's back in the act. And you got to be like, oh, shit, something happened with my uncle. Oh, shit. Oh, no, my dad. I got to go.
Yep.
As I understand it, though, this is already how people are using phone. No one calls on phone,
Yes,
right?
This draws the
When some-
line, though. instead of getting a friend's number to work on homework, you got the number all at once. What if you did it in stages? Where you're like, okay, I'm comfortable enough with you to so far give you my area code.
Yeah.
We're doing it, right?
That's good.
That way it doesn't
Narrow it
feel like a
down.
commitment yet.
The real answer to this is you gotta reel in a third person into this and be like, hey, we should all exchange numbers. That's great. That's
yes.
powerful.
Thruple.
Maybe just plan
Yeah.
a big group hang to all go see that new movie together.
We'll work
You're
on the
making it weird again.
we'll work on the paper at some point. Hey, you guys like Outback Steakhouse? Yeah, maybe we can work on it.
I
over
was
a
just
balloon.
walking by. I'm not even in your class.
We should all exchange numbers, the three of us equally, the same
Who
number.
are you?
Yeah.
Here is the best advice. Okay, I've got this.
Okay.
You need to give them your phone number and give them a reason to reach out to you that is non-romantic. Okay? Picture this.
If you ever
You
need
sta-
emergency toilet paper.
You walk up to this person. You be like, hey, listen, I'm not spreading this around, but I got a fucking choice sourdough starter that I would love to slice you off a bit of.
Yes.
Here is my phone number. Here is an empty jar. Let your imagination run wild of how a little sourdough starter would look in here. The price, that's not between friends. We're not going to worry about that. But you go ahead and give me a text to Ruski, and this beautiful bread baby could be headed to your house immediatamente. And then the cool thing about that is you get their number, and they owe you for the sourdough that you hooked them up with that one time.
Okay.
Right.
Justin, just to clarify, just so I don't do this wrong when I attempt this, do I need to actually have a sourdough starter to use this?
Travis, if you do not have a sourdough starter, they will assume you are American Psycho 2, the squeakquel. there is fucking no reality in which you cannot also have a sourdough starter on hand, ancient grains, ready to rip, ready to turn that beautiful sugar into carbon dioxide and crank that bread up to its maximum fluffy potential.
Now, here's the thing. I do have a sourdough starter. I just don't know if I'm ready to give it away. Like, that just
Right.
seems like such a big commitment.
I think this works on the platonic level. Yes, Justin. Can we tweak it a little bit for a different person who wants it for a romantic level? At the bar, hanging out, someone catches your eye. Can you wander over there with an empty jar and a promise of fermentation?
I think in that case, the sourdough starter has to already be in the jar. And, like, you just stand like, if you want to know more, give me a call. My number is written on the sourdough starter.
They're not going to buy the baker when they got the starter for free, you know?
Maybe you have 9 out of 10 of the sourdough starter ingredients in there. And you're like, the missing piece is me. Give me a call. And we'll start something together and feel the power of sour and let the dough flow.
Not how sourdough starters work, but okay.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's kind of thematic.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about a Yahoo?
Yeah, I love that.
This one was sent in by Level 9000, Drew Druid, Drew Davenport. Thank you, Drew. It's from your Drew Answers user. They're anonymous. So let's call them Jamothy. Asks, why do Siberian tigers need to be so huge? Their prey seems much smaller. They need to fight Kodiak bears.
Huh.
So I don't know enough about, I think, animals in general to answer why the Siberian tiger, like what environmental sort of like challenges they had to overcome by becoming just fucking jacked, these Siberian tigers. But I'm extremely here for the idea that the Siberian tiger, big and powerful and beautiful, could challenge itself a little bit like more.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's going after small rodents and rabbits and probably unlucky birds, unlucky slow birds.
Yeah. Or just like sleepy birds.
Sleepy birds, unfortunate explorer, adventurer,
whatever beef it finds on the ground, just laying
just
around.
random beef,
ground beef.
Yes.
But
you know what animal I think about this all the time with, Griffin? The panda.
Well, okay.
Panda.
It's not,
well, hear me out.
Okay.
The panda's just eating bamboo. It's not built to do that. It should be eating meat.
It is a bear, huh?
That's why it's sleepy all the time and does so very little and doesn't really have the power or the energy to make love because
Right.
it's so sleepy all the time. And so at some point, a panda must have been chasing like a bird or a rabbit or something and be like, this fucking sucks. That plant is just sitting there. I'm going to eat that
I'm gonna
from
eat
now
that.
on.
There's so much of it everywhere. What if that was food?
I'm just
Damn,
going to sit here and do shit all and eat this stick and not bone anymore.
And that's the problem. Pandas aren't boning, so the numbers are going down. If we could get one just fucking battle horny, come back from defeating the huge Siberian tiger, which there
Yes.
are billions of probably, an unlikely victory, and it comes back home and they're like, "Oh shit, Ron, what's up? You look like heck." And then Ron could be like, "Oh, I'm different now. Who's ready for Ron?" And then they would fucking pork like they've never porked before. And then, like, all of a sudden, pandas are back, and they are...
There's too many. They're like pigeons and squirrels.
Squirrels, pigeons, for all the... You can talk shit about pigeons, but pigeons are out there, aren't they? The pigeons are working out there, and they are up against forces that are so hysterically beyond their control. Like, what ass can a pigeon kick? Probably not any. And so they go and they like sit on the third rail of a subway and they get like totally just bamboozled out there. And then they fly home to their nest and it's like, oh shit, rough day in the city. And they're like, yeah, it was a rough day in the city. I'm battle horny. Now let's go.
Has anyone told pigeons that like 10 miles that way is probably just a bunch of corn, that they don't like have to just be there in the middle of New York City? Do you think if a pigeon like heard someone mention like they're just fields of corn, they'd be like, what the fuck? I have been like mistaking cigarette butts for food for the last like 30 years.
For the last 30 generations. Travis, farmers are listening to this right now, like sweating, like, please don't tell pigeons about farms.
Please, no.
Please don't tell pigeons about my farm. Hey, where did all the tomatoes go? We had them last night. Let's look outside. Uh-oh. It's 2 million pigeons.
They're all
Do you
just
think
here now
pigeons-
looking for statues to sit on.
Do you think pigeons in the city regularly get letters from their country cousins? They're like, well, shit still sucks out here in the country.
Yeah, it's a
fucking
wasteland.
nothing to eat. I wish I was living it up with you, eating 1/4 of a hot dog bun out of a gutter. God, that sounds good. Anyway, yeah, it's all bullshit out here. Anyway, anyway, I gotta go. I got to use the bathroom. I mean, look for food.
Yeah.
That's all I get to do.
Man, I'm just going to be thinking. Everybody's talking about unlikely animal pairings. And when they say that, traditionally they mean friendships. I'm thinking about it like top 10 anime battles. Because Kodiak Bear versus Siberian Tiger, boy, that would be one for the ages, wouldn't it?
That'd be pretty good. The problem with Jamothy's question is like once you start going down the road of like, why is that tiger so big? You can do that with pretty much every animal. But like
Yeah.
if that animal is smaller, it could eat less food.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Hey, why is the blue whale eating krill? It should be eating like smaller whales.
Oh my god, we need a worthy challenger for the... We all need to team up and breed something for the blue whale to sharpen itself against.
It is time for the killer whale to live up to its name.
You got it. You don't have it in size, right? But you got it in ferocity for sure. You are an X-wing, like going up against a Star Destroyer at that point. But this Star Destroyer, guess what? It only eats like little weird barnacles. You are totally good.
This is my pitch for Free Willy 6.
Yeah.
Where Willy just goes ham on a blue whale.
Right. And it's 2 hours long, and it's really hard to watch that.
But then what's that? The blue whale and Willy team up to fight a giant squid.
Animals are great. I love nature.
Yeah, and we know a lot about
I
them.
love nature too. Yeah, we're very smart about them.
Okay.
Huh. Oh.
I want a mud
Squad.
I want so much squad. I'm sorry, I got a cold and I realized it sounded weird,
Yeah.
like Alfred E.
I
Newman.
kind
or
of loved
something.
it.
I kind of enjoyed it too.
I got a Munch Squad mini and then a full Munch Squad for you. I got combo, Dunkin', ads, snack and bacon to the menu.
What?
Please tell me they used apostrophes in there.
Oh yeah, they did. Dunkin', snacking, bacon.
Is bacon a
What
pasta
is
fries
it?
too?
Nah, bacon's not. That'd be wild, though. They missed a trick, huh? Yeah, so Dunkin' had snack and bacon in the menu. This one's bacon in a little bag, my friends. It's just bacon in a little stinky, greasy bag.
I'm glad it's not just loose bacon, though. That is better.
It is basically loose bacon, Travis. It's as close to loose bacon as you can get without being loose bacon.
Without going to prison.
Yeah.
Here's how it starts. Sack the sad snacks with the new snack and bacon.
Oh, God.
For anyone who's seeking a satisfying snack, but this one seems designed to fuck me up. I see you,
We
Duncan.
got him.
For anyone who's seeking a satisfying snack but is stuck with a sad selection at their desk, office, kitchen, or vending machine, Dunkin' is adding some extra sizzle to its menu. Hey, friends, if there is a sadder snack than bacon from a greasy little bag that you bought at the store and carried to your office, I don't know what it is. Dunkin' Wednesday unveiled new snack and bacon and with sweet black pepper seasoning to help on-the-go customers conquer nothing. It's not help. Help is the wildest word you could have picked. You're not helping them to do anything. They say they're helping their customers conquer their cravings without settling for tired and typical snacking choices.
Hey, Roger, what are you snacking on out of that bag there? Bacon. Just some bacon in a bag. Huh, Roger? Are you okay? Hey, Roger.
Yeah, the only thing that you have to imagine with this is actually walking up to the counter and they're like, "What food do you want here at Dunkin' that you've gone into willingly?" And the person says, "I want a bag of snack and bacon for the road."
I actually think saying "for here" would be worse.
That would actually. I'm gonna sit in the corner and listen to a podcast. Here's the full one. Einstein Brothers is gonna launch a bagel and burrito mashup.
Huh.
Is it they just gonna jam it in the fucking hole?
Basically, they announced Einstein Brothers announced it's launching a first of its kind bagel innovation, the Bagel-rito. A bagel and burrito mashup. The Bagel-rito was available at 5 test locations in the Denver area for a limited time on October 29th. And it's gonna shock you all, but it fucking cleaned out. It's sold out within hours of its announcement to the world. Why did you announce it to the world? Let Denver get a fucking crack at that beautiful bastard. Due to the wild success of the test launch and countless requests from guests who wish they could try the Bagel-rito. Valerie, how many requests have we got about the Bagel-rito? I can't count them. There's too many. They're pouring in. They're throwing them through the window.
The Bagel-matic is broken. It's exploded everywhere. It can't count that high.
It's like the end of Miracle on 34th Street in here.
Why did we set up a complex system of pneumatic tubes from every Einstein Brothers location into our home base? So the Einstein Brothers Bagels is making the game-changing breakfast item available to guests across the U.S. at participating locations. And the tone of this announcement is that they think they're ready for Bagel-ritos, but they're not fucking sure, okay? They're on the very edge. Quote, "We heard our guests loud and clear," says Taka O'Rourke, VP of Marketing for Einstein Brothers Bagels. They always have to clarify what company they're the VP of Marketing of. It'd be wild if the VP of Marketing at Ford is like, "They got nasty new bagels." Hey, this place got nasty new bagels. Cars are still cool, but check out these nasty bagel tubes. Given the popularity of the Bagel-rito during the Denver test, we knew we couldn't keep this breakfast innovation from the rest of the country for too long. We just needed a bit of time to ensure our bakeries are set up to meet the volume of orders we're expecting. On February 27th, we will be ready. Constantly pushing the boundaries of the classic bagel, Einstein Brothers Bagel has taken it to the next level with the bagel.
Has taken it too far.
Too far. They've crossed the Rubicon and made a shame before God. It's loaded with 2 cage-free eggs for that animal cruelty conscious consumer that also wants to eat a bagel shaped like a fucking tube, and it's got thick cut bacon from, I'm assuming, inhumanely raised pigs.
They make the pigs
and turkey sausage. Let's get them all in there.
They make the pigs watch the chickens run around.
Come back here, cow. You don't get out. We need 3 cheeses from you. And potatoes, your non-sentient state will not preserve you. There's hash browns in this bad boy, and salsa, and green chilies, and a flour tortilla, all hand-wrapped in an Asiago bagel dough and baked fresh. And what a relief that machines aren't involved in this process. I'm glad humans have to use some of their time here on this big blue globe to roll these bagel tubes for me. Its substantial size, high flavor, and portability has earned
High flavor is a good term.
Flavor.
I like
good.
high flavor.
The high flavor and portability. Folks,
Thank God. Bagels have been so cumbersome up till now. And burritos, too.
Yeah, friends, I'm here to ask you, what is the last item that you bought at a fast food place where you're like, well, I can't take this anywhere. Look at this. Look at this heavy. I can't carry. What am I, to carry it to another location? The high flavor and portability has earned its slogan, big, bold, and easy to hold.
Oh, boy.
Who are these people that have a regular bagel and they're like, whoop, drop the damn thing. Oh, fuck.
Now it's rolling away.
Again? And hey, friends, I'm looking at this thing. It's a big loose tube full of garbage. This is not a portable solution. Just as it's close at the bottom, you're going to have bagel juice slipping out. Anyway, that's the bagel Rito. Looks pretty good. I would probably eat one, and it's available at Einstein Brothers now.
Next time I'm out to eat at a restaurant, I'm just going to silently open up the salt shaker and dump it all over my meal. And then when Rachel asks, like, hey, what are you doing? I can now confidently answer, I am turning the flavor to high. The flavor is not at high right now. I need maximum flavor.
It's what I deserve as a consumer.
Yep.
I deserve no less. We rarely go out. It's hard to find a babysitter.
What am I going to eat? Regular flavor?
I deserve high flavor. We'll get out of your hair now. Once again, MaximumFun.org.
That sounds like we're like backing out the door. We've been trying to sell you some brushes and combs.
All right. Well, you've been a gracious host. MaximumFun.org/join. Thank you so much. And thank you to John Roderick in the Long Winters for the use of our theme song It's a Departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. And we're about to put this episode to bed because fish and friends go bad after 3 days. Right, guys?
I don't. What is that? Are we fish?
Griffin, do you have a final Yahoo?
We're friends. This one was sent in by Johannes. Thank you, Johannes. It's from Yahoo Answers user T, who asks,
Dude, I just recently discovered a new way to eat oats.
My name is Justin McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been My Brother, Me. Kiss your dad square on the lips.
Baby, have you ever wondered whatever became of me? I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Come on, everybody! Got kinda tired of packing and unpacking. Town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be, but maybe think of me once in a while. I'm on WKRP in... Yeah! The McElroy brothers are not experts. I used up all my time singing. And their advice should never be followed. Travis claims he's a sexpert. But if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids. So all you babies out there know how cool you are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
Town.
Hello. Cool start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my brother, and me, an invite show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your hometown hero and middle-ist brother, Travis McElroy.
And I'm your sweet baby brother and 30 under 30 media luminary who famously moved away from this city, Griffin McElroy. It doesn't matter. They don't give a shit, Trav.
I pay taxes here.
Okay.
The streets you drive on, I paid for those streets.
By the way, I apologize for the fact that our dad forgot that our audience is collectively 15 years old and doesn't know what the fuck WKRP and
You did help me. You did help me win a bet, though.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. Did tell old dad wouldn't fly. That bird. It just lay
That
on the
dog
ground.
don't hunt.
I like that I do appreciate that many of you, it seemed, took a kind of tuneless guess at how the song ended. Cincinnati?
That'll help keep our dad warm tonight. Yeah.
Local boy made bad.
Yeah. Hey, bad news. Immediately before we came on stage, right before our dad just fucking bombed so hard.
You know, I cut the intro from I'm gonna leave that one in.
Okay. Bob,
I'm assuming if you don't, half of this show won't make sense.
Right. Hollywood Nights by Bob Seger was playing, so I was doing a bit of a dance backstage to sort of get ready, and it involved a sort of like a Ukrainian folk dance spinning maneuver.
Hey, Griff, we're actually in like a visual medium right now. Do you think we could get just this quick sample? Wait. Paul, if you could help us out with a little bit of Hollywood Nights. This probably won't make it into the podcast, but...
Okay, this was going to end in how bad the dance was for me physically as a person, but I guess I could...
It's kind of a spin. Oh, no, he fell. He fell on the ground.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, he fell. Are you okay?
He's bleeding everywhere.
He's
unconscious.
So it was a lot like that.
Are you okay? How's your bottom?
Well, here's the problem.
How's your bottom? We'll cut this.
Backstage, I got dizzy and sick. Just now, my butthole exploded. So this is going to be a 15-minute long episode because that's how long it'll take for an ambulance to get here.
I had the realization.
My spine telescoped on stage while I was failing to do a Ukrainian folk dance to Bob Seger. So that's the worst moment of my life.
I had the realization backstage. I want to be 40 this year. Pretty soon, this entire pre-show playlist is going to be Bob Seger.
Yeah, it's just going to slowly evolve.
Statistically speaking, eventually.
And I cannot wait.
So yes, Cincinnati, like the Chilean miners before us, we have reemerged here in Cincinnati. This is where they came out. They dug a sideways hole.
Way more work than they needed to do.
So much more work, but they love those hard-hitting redlegs. So they came out here in Cincinnati.
Nice.
This is an advice show where we take your questions and turn them alchemy like into wisdom. We're going to do that for you. Many of you sent in questions. We do appreciate you.
Hold on, Travis is about to...
Riddle me peace,
I knew it. All this peacocking backstage, all this My Town bullshit means we're gonna get all the fucking Travis segments tonight.
Not all of them. This was sent in by Scott McFall, and Scott actually sent this in weeks ago, and I stumbled across it and found it so delicious I saved it from My Town.
Okay, so it's been fermenting and going rancid and rancid. Guys, hey dudes, my butt hurts a lot.
That's the new pin of the month?
Okay.
Okay. I like this riddle begins with so. So, this man is in a swamp, and he is in a boat, and he's about to fall out. he is not wearing a life jacket. So he grabs something hairy so he does not fall out. What did he grab? Do you need me to read it again?
I wish you wouldn't, but I think you're going to anyway.
This man is in a swamp.
I could set my watch by this bit. Yeah.
And he is in a boat, and he is about to fall out. He is not wearing a life jacket. So he grabs something hairy so he does not fall out. What did he grab? Now, while Justin and Griffin pondered this one, for those of you who have never heard Riddle Me Pissed, welcome. This was a riddle submitted to the website riddles.com, and somebody submitted this and said, this is a great riddle that other people need to consume. Your guess, Griffin.
Is it?
Now you're Googling.
No. I'm going to say his best friend who is also in the boat with him.
I'm going to say Cousin It from the Addams Family.
What did he grab? Why, a bobcat's tail. And I'm going to read this verbatim.
Wait, why? What?
I'm going to read this.
Are they telling a story like about their dad?
I'm going to read this verbatim. A bobcat's tail. The bobcat is in a tree. P.S. I hope it does not eat him.
That is among the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Even to grant this person the fiction, this guy's about to fall in the swamp. And he's like, I've got a plan. I'm going to hold on to a cat above me. And not fall out of the boat.
What this would presuppose is that if you grabbed a bobcat's tail, the bobcat would retain its grip on the tree enough that you could hang from the bobcat.
A lot of things are going to have to go exactly right for this bobcat to be like, I got you, Ricky!
Remember that time you saved my life?
That bobcat has like been doing pull-ups every day. It's like the end of Signs. The bobcat's like, it's all about this. Saving Ricky. Justin.
Oh. My roommate is not a woodworker. And yet, he has taken it upon himself to do work on our wood furniture. Specifically, our dining room table now has rounded and, at best, rustic corners.
Are we using rustic interchangeably with shitty?
Yes. Thanks to his efforts. Other plans include...
Don't put your elbows on the table. No, really, please don't. You will get hurt.
It will be
Other
bad.
plans include building a shelving unit above his already wobbly IKEA bed and cutting the couch in half to make 2 chairs. On the one hand, I want to be a good friend. A feeling that is not reciprocated, it would seem, and support his new interest and hobby. On the other hand, I like my furniture without saw marks. Brothers, how can I encourage my roommate to broaden his carpentry horizons without sacrificing any more furniture? As from Concerning Columbus, are you here?
That was actually the sound of them falling out of the chair that their roommate has cut in half. I think referring to a couch that has been cut the fuck in half as having, quote, saw marks on it is being incredibly generous to your roommate.
What you should do is get your roommate just like a foot of 2x4 and ask them to start sawing through it. Because if they're anything like me, they'll make it 2 inches in and be like, oh wait, this sucks.
This is hard.
I want to get into a bit of a semantic issue here. You say your roommate is not a woodworker, but I have news for you. They done cut your couch in half. So I'm going to go ahead and argue they are a woodworker. Now, quality, I can't speak to that. But you can't deny they have begun working with wood.
Wait,
sure.
So by that logic, Justin, everyone's a bad doctor.
Explain?
I could cut an arm off.
No. Okay, but you don't.
Yeah, but if I did, you wouldn't be like, you're the lowest rung on doctor ladder.
Yeah, but he did.
If I throw a knife at a cow, I'm not a butcher.
Yeah, okay, but
I'm assuming they put arms back on the couch halves to make chairs, right?
You're assuming a lot.
Yeah, it's being very,
So
again,
I would
generous.
in this fiction, you have sewn another different arm onto your friend, and I guess to continue the metaphor, sewn 2 arms on.
Yeah.
To just make him a little more kick-ass, like a cool 3-armed friend.
Yeah.
Right.
I cut my friend in half to have 2 friends.
Yeah.
Now that would be a butcher.
I would love to get an Excel spreadsheet from your roommate of how all of the furniture math in the world breaks down. For example, half a couch, as we all know, is 2 chairs.
What's half a chair?
Half a chair? Now we're talking about 4 ottomans.
Half an ottoman? Maybe it's a tiny stool for an infant.
Right. Each infant's stool is 12 coasters.
I liked, my favorite detail in the question is the wobbly IKEA bed, because they couldn't even do that shit right.
Yeah.
Hey, how about a Yahoo from the Yahoo Answers service?
Yes, please.
Emma Cant sent this in. Thank you, Emma Cant. Are you here? Oh, okay. Just
a big
bunch
fan.
of Emma Cant
Of
fans.
Cant
Yeah,
heads.
what's not to like? It's by Yahoo Answers user Lowdown, who asks, how to recover from a horrible sax performance.
First of all, it happens to everyone and it's totally normal. Oh, sax.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, quick question. Do you feel good about that joke?
Not right now, but I will later when I tell myself everyone laughed.
Okay.
You and Dad can have a cool meeting.
I think I broke my wrist. I had a performance tonight, which for me went bad. I tried to do a Ukrainian folk dance. I hit some notes without really resolving them and had some fumbles while playing. Does that mean you dropped the sax?
Yeah, and the other team picked it up.
Started playing competing jazz. People said it sounded good, but in my soul, I know better.
That's gonna be the one that keeps me out of heaven.
Yeah. How do I go from here? Because my performances have gone down, and now I think I might not be asked to play again next year. Thanks in advance. Oh, see, it got sad at the end. It got sad.
You're all in your head. You need an easy one. You need to set yourself up with someone who's like never heard saxophone
What's up?
before.
You need to fucking like headline the next Bonnaroo and be like, "What's up, guys? Who's ready for hot cross buns?"
But it's not actually
Bam, bam, bam. I'm so bad at this instrument.
But it sounds like